Welcome back, everybody, to the All Net Podcast. Glad to be back. We missed last week, unforeseen circumstances, but we're back. It was Thanksgiving week. It was a busy week for everybody outside of this podcast, I'm sure. Before I get into everything, make sure you show love on the pod. If you like it, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. We're almost at 100 followers. We're getting pretty close.
We're getting pretty close.
Yeah, bro.
You're pretty close.
Giveaway soon?
I don't know what we're giving away, but we might give away something. Maybe not. I'm not promising anything. Get us to 100 followers. Why not? Let's share. Love is free. Do your thing.
Yeah, love is free, bro. Hashtag love is free.
We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. All Net Podcast. All Net Pod. Respectfully. That's that. Before we get into all the basketball stuff, we are grading every single team right now, early season. So we're going to give the teams that haven't had a lot of time to shine on this podcast some time to shine. Not too much, though, because who wants to talk about
the Pistons?
The Pistons and the Spurs right now. That being said, I want to ask you guys, how was your Thanksgiving? Did it go well? Did you enjoy it? Did you guys actually get some good eats? Because I didn't really. And it's like the fourth year in a row. Like I'm just
came over, bro. Would they give you a plate?
I didn't know you had plates for to give.
Oh, I mean, it was a mom's house.
Oh, you see, look, I don't even I can't.
I would have delivered you a plate
because we record here at your house, but I can't come here and I can get a plate.
Can't just knock and be like, "Hey, yo, I'm here." Bro.
No, yeah. I mean, I had some stuff, but it wasn't like the whole the spread and you go around and oh, hey auntie, let me get the spoons. I didn't get any of that. Did you get some good eats though?
Yeah, I did. For back-to-back days, Wednesday and Thursday. My brother was there on Wednesday.
Days?
Yeah, back-to-back days.
Yeah, that motherfucker was eating good.
I
Bro.
did.
That's crazy.
Thanksgiving morning, we had a turkey bowl. It was pretty fun.
Yeah,
turkey
I
bowl.
heard. How'd that go? You guys play turkey bowls football. I don't know if you guys everyone knows out there.
I'm pretty sure everybody left with blisters on their feet.
Blisters on their feet.
Left with a torn bottom of my foot. I don't know what the hell happened to me.
Wait, what? Why? Isn't it just like grass? What are you thinking?
Nah, I just did a back cut and then my foot's all fucked up.
Okay, so you just made a bad play, but blisters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 blisters on each foot.
No, I have blisters for sure. Look at it. Boom.
From how? How does that happen?
The cleats are too tight.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys wearing cleats?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys were going hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a turkey bowl, bro. we gotta be.
I thought turkey bowl was okay. Let's get some foosball going. Just fucking throw the ball.
No, it's flag football, bro. We played up to 10.
Wait, so there's a thing, like an organized thing you
we
go
had
play
7-on-7. The score was up to 10.
Wait, was it that same tournament that Josh won? My boy Josh? Shout out my boy Josh that he won a tournament?
No, he went to red zone. Yeah.
Oh, so it's a different thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is just ones like us and bottom line. Shout out Lowe's.
Shout out Lowe's. I mean, that's far. Did you get any good eats for Thanksgiving or no?
No, I didn't even do anything for Thanksgiving, bro.
Bro, I mean, I guess we're in the same boat. I had some stuff. I had leftovers. Had some modals and some turkey. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That being said, I wish I would have released it on
I don't do anything for Thanksgiving, bro. I haven't done anything for Thanksgiving in the last 2 years.
No, my family's not really a Thanksgiving family either. Which is I don't want that to be the case because I want cornbread. I want mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? I want to do that. But
mac and cheese, bro. On Thanksgiving.
you had mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Was it fire?
Fire, of course.
Bro.
No, we got tuna egg whites now.
That's crazy.
Surviving off a tuna pack.
Yeah,
I had a PB&J one year, but that was about it. That was a pretty sad year.
Yeah, I water fasted for Thanksgiving, so
yeah,
we doing our thing.
I guess you win that competition. Well, I hope everyone out there had a good Thanksgiving, had a good holidays. The holidays are starting now, right? Start getting gifts. What better gift to give them than a link to the All Net Podcast? Just give them a link, write the link out on a card, and then put it in an envelope and give it to them. And they can type it in manually.
That's W.
Well, let's talk about some NBA basketball. Again, it's been 2 weeks since we actually sat down and recorded an episode, so there's a lot more that happened since we've been gone. I want to grade teams. I don't know how you guys wanted to do it. I thought we should just do it by division by conference. So, the Eastern Conference will go all 3 divisions, and then Western Conference will go all 3 divisions. That sound good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait, what was it again?
So we're going to do it by Eastern Conference, Western Conference, and then we'll go listed by division.
But
so we'll do, Southeast, whatever.
You gotta name me the divisions.
I'll tell you who's in the division. We'll give a team.
Bro.
I did it by alphabet by teams.
Alphabet by teams, okay.
Yeah.
Like a 2K order almost?
Like a 2K order.
Okay. I mean, if you want, give us the first team, whatever team you want. You can just throw it out from any division you want, any conference, whatever. You can start it. Just pick a team, and we'll go from there. First team you want to talk about?
You want to start with Philly?
Sure, let's go Philly. So we'll start with the Atlantic Division, Eastern Conference. This is Philly, Celtics, Raptors, Nets, Knicks. What do you give the Philadelphia 76ers to start their season?
Injuries had a lot to do with their record.
For sure.
So I couldn't give them the record that I thought they would have. So I gave them a C to start off with.
Just straight C?
Just straight C.
Okay. I mean, I gave them a B-. I listed here injuries are a big part of it. We don't have Harden. They don't have Maxey. Embiid just came back.
And they're still winning games. That's crazy.
They're still winning games
They
with their
are.
guys. You had Shake Milton, who
Hey,
who
that's-
wanted,
that's
who
the
wanted to
boy.
be God on earth, and he's been balling out. Melton's been good. Tobias Harris has been really good. I gave him a B minus just because a lot of the guys have stepped up in the absence of the big stars. But I'm just not confident it will translate to when everyone's back. Shake Milton's not going to be putting up these numbers when everyone's back,
Of course,
because there's
yeah.
not enough shots or whatever. But also, when they do come back, even though they've been playing pretty well, there is still a period of time that will be where like they're still gonna have to make everything work together. Because we saw when James Harden was healthy, Embiid was healthy with
They
Maxey.
weren't even winning games.
They weren't winning games,
Yeah.
and they weren't a cohesive unit. There's a lot of overly dominant James Harden ball. They're fifth in the East right now, 12-9. So it's not the worst case scenario for everything they've been going through. But B minus for me, Lewis. What do you give them?
Yeah, I have them as C as well.
See?
I just think like the injuries are a big part of like the whole downfall they have right now. But now they got Embiid back. Embiid's hooping his ass off, and Shake Milton hooping his ass off
Yeah.
as well. When Tyrese Maxey and Harden come back, that's how you said, like, are they really gonna click together when they come back together? They're gonna have like at least a grace period where like 2 weeks where
They might have a stretch where they don't actually,
They have to like figure it out again.
for
Yeah.
sure. So that's why I'm
And
not.
Harden's probably back, I think, in a week or so.
Yeah, apparently the report came out he's looking to come back. I think early next week,
Against Houston.
Monday. Yeah, so against his old team in the Houston Rockets. Lewis, we'll go to the next team, New York Knicks. Who do you give them?
I think New York Knicks. I have them. Let me see right now.
Because
New York, I got them at a C.
I have them as a C as well. So you give me your reasoning for the C.
Well, New York is just a mediocre ass team. They ain't nothing to it, man.
Yeah.
They a C team, but honestly, Jalen Brunson's hooping his ass off recently. Julius Randle came off the gates, I think last game, with like 4 threes to start off the game. I was
Yeah,
like,
they shot
whoa.
the hell out of the
I was like,
ball
what the
last
hell
night
you guys
against
doing, bro?
Detroit. Yeah.
But the team's like meshing. They're meshing decent. They're a decent team. And RJ Barrett hasn't really molded into what we thought RJ Barrett would have molded into.
I
So-
agree.
I also give him a C, and I also put that like RJ, he can't shoot the 3 this year. He hasn't been able to shoot the 3 good in his whole career. He's had moments last year, and
Yeah, like I
It's-
thought last year, like the way he was hooping, like at the end of the year, like he was hooping his ass off.
yeah, he
So
was.
I was like, is this guy really gonna like mold into like the RJ Barrett who's a top 3 pick? You feel me? Like it's just like
And I think that's a big reason why they paid him how much they paid him. You know what I'm saying? They came with that contract and because they believed in what he was going to grow into. Obviously, I'm sure they didn't expect this huge jump this year. I think I expected a jump. I think he was going to be a most improved player. But right
Same
now,
here.
he's shooting 27% from 3. They're 10 and 11, 10th in the East. I gave him a C just because they're a middle of the pack team.
yeah, they were
and-
always gonna be like a 10.
And the expectations that I had on them were about this. So I'm not going to be like, oh, they're doing well, they're doing good. Brunson's been a lot better than I thought he would be, to be honest. I think Tom Thibodeau is a big question in this franchise and this roster going forward because there's a lot of ups and downs. The young guys, the wings, they don't get enough minutes, like Kenton Grimes and
I
Cam
feel like it's
Reddish.
the coaching, bro. To be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Tibbs
for sure.
is a very much outside of his Bull stint, which even in his Bull stint, I guess,
You're a fraud.
he's kind of a transitional coach. He's
Yeah.
kind of one of those coaches that, you're not going to win a lot of games. Like, you're not going to win a championship with that coach, in my opinion, nowadays. Maybe back then, he had a better roster with Chicago, but still.
I think he's a better like assistant coach. Like that's
I think he's a great assistant coach. I think
that's his role.
I think he'd be a great in that role for sure.
Reminds you of like a Dwayne Casey. Like he ain't going nowhere, bro. But like
Yeah, I know he's an
Don't do
easy
his thing in the regular
scapegoat now at this point. He's just like, but again, he kind of deserves it for a little bit. He overplays some guys, but it's just Tibbs. Tibbs is going to be Tibbs. So I think this next team, they could have had Donovan Mitchell, but they need to pick more of a direction to go forward. But I
Oh,
gave
for
him a
sure.
C to ease their troubles. Going to the next team, I'll start off. Boston Celtics. I gave them an A+, 17-4, first in the East. They have Jayson Tatum, who's emerged to be a true MVP candidate. He's taken a step as just a ball player, and it's beautiful to see. We've already touched on it in the last few episodes about his growth and how much we watched him get drafted to the league, and now we're watching him become an MVP. It's just very special. And they've had a lot of injuries. Brogdon's been out for a little bit. White's missed some time. Smart's missed some time. Brown's missed some time. And, of course, Rob Will hasn't played all season. And Gallinari hurt his ACL early in the year.
yeah, they got Blake Griffin in their starting lineup.
Yeah, Blake Griffin just threw down a dunk, and it was just, and they have Sam Hauser who's shooting 3. And they have the best offense in the NBA right now, according to offensive rating. And
And
It's led by Tatum.
best
It's literally-
offensive rating in history.
yeah, which is
It's
literally insane. And they still have room to improve. So I gave them an A+, 17-4 first.
I give
in
them
the
A+ as well.
Yeah, I'm on the same tip as well. They lost Ime Udoka, man. They're still doing the thing. Like it's crazy. as
Yeah,
hell.
Joe Mazzulla's probably a favorite for well, at least one of the favorites for Coach of the Year at this point with what he's done with his roster.
Easily, because everybody was like not thinking that the Celtics were gonna do this good in the start. Like losing Ime Udoka, that's like literally the heart and soul for that team. He's the one that like literally got him to the championship.
Yeah, he flipped that whole team into having a more of a finals mindset, a finals, because before we were like the Celtics need to show us that they're going to be this top team. And we said we talk about all the hype and all the
Yeah, because they're boys and they got turned into men.
Yeah, genuinely, that's really what it was. They're just now the men of the NBA, and Tatum walks to the arena now. He's like unfuckwittable. So it's pretty impressive.
They're the most like all-around team right now. And
I would agree.
They're tough to beat.
And they don't even got Robert Will, bro.
Robert Williams is still not there. They still have room to
scary
improve
hours.
on
I
defense.
ain't gonna lie.
And they have like a middle of the pack or close to middle of the pack defense right now. Rob Williams comes there. It's a whole different ball game there.
Sure.
Matt, I want you to give me your grade for the Toronto Raptors, another team in the Atlantic Division. Right now, 11-9, 6th in the East.
I give him a B+. Siakam was the lead this year until he got injured. Fred VanVleet, he's been playing good recently. He's been on and off the court also. But bro, that they're always like competing, like no matter what.
Yeah, even with a whole bunch of guys.
So they have like that next man up mindset.
Yeah, I got him at a B as well, man. Like OG Anunoby's he's hooping his ass off. The guy's getting like 3 steals a game or 2 steals a game.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy. And honestly, like Pascal Siakam before he had the injury, he was hooping his ass off.
Yeah, I said I have him as a B as well. I put OG. He slurs with all these guys. Like I think there's no Scotty Barnes jump yet, which I thought we'd have a little bit better season.
And he's coming off the bench now. It's like weird.
He came off the bench last game coming off injury. I don't think he's gonna stay on the bench for
was off injury. My bad.
Yeah, he got off injury, so I think that's why he came off the bench. But Nick Nurse just wins you games. I think he might be the best coach in the NBA. In all honesty, just all the different looks that he gives you, and with a team that's not very offensively talented, they win games on the defensive end. They make you play their style of game.
Exactly.
Again, Siakam was all NBA before he got injured, and there's still some questions like. Gary Trent's not been as good as he was last year. As you said, VanVleet has struggled up and down. But even like the bigs, like Boucher and Christian Koloko, they stayed ready and they came in. They still win games, 11-9, 6th in the East.
They're literally a big man away from a championship.
I think they're like a 2 guard that could like really score the ball. Like a big man for sure, but like they just so much.
Imagine had like Spider. Like that would have been crazy.
Spider or like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You know what I'm saying? Some Shea. It'd be kind of tough. Toronto kid, by the way, or Canada kid at least. I guess I'll go with the next one since I guess it's more linked to me as a team. Not that I am a huge fan of this team, but I do support them because of their personnel. We'll go Brooklyn Nets. Right now, 11-11, 9th in the East. I gave them a C-, and they've been better. If we just rated it on the last month, it'd be a higher grade. But if we take the whole season into account, been a media circus all year. The whole Kyrie thing with the anti-Semitic comments, and he got banned or suspended from the team for 5 games or plus. And it's just been a huge circus. The coach got fired. Ben Simmons doesn't play games. And he comes back, play games, played really well. Now he's out again with the knee soreness. And then KD's just been otherworldly of an MVP candidate in the season. And they can't rebound the ball. And that's kind of what it is. They lose winnable games. They lost a lot of really bad teams. I have not been impressed with the Nets as a whole. But recently, there's some things where I'm like, should I believe in it? Should I not? Do I want to put my eggs in this basket again? I don't know. I'm still kind of scared because, again, they can't rebound the ball. It was bad. They lost to the Pacers, or they almost lost to the Pacers. They lost to the Magic. I just can't. I don't know where to put this team. One day they look elite, one day they don't.
Yeah, one day they look like a goddamn bottom 15 team, and it's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, it's scary. So I gave him a C-. I don't know what you guys think on this.
I'm at a C as well.
I give him a C as well.
Yeah, everything you said, to be honest, man. Like the whole media circus with Kyrie, Ben Simmons in and out of the lineup. Like, is this team sometimes looks like a Pistons, and then sometimes they look like the Celtics when everybody's like clicking.
Yeah, and that's why I genuinely think KD, although the record doesn't say, even though there's like 2-3 games separating these teams in most of these conferences, especially from the 11th or higher seed. I think KD is a true MVP candidate right now, just what he's doing with this team. Like, if you watch these games especially, he's doing everything he can to stay in these games. Even against the Pacers, they were down 10, and he almost came back and won the game just because he was like, fuck it, I'm going to do KD things.
Yeah, he had like 14 points in like the fourth. Like, I think only Kyrie and Ben Simmons had like 3 free throws between the two of them.
Yeah, Kyrie hasn't been that great since he came back from the suspension.
It's not his fault either. Like, he really had to miss a lot of time. So
no, he missed time, but it's not like he wasn't injured or anything. You know what I'm saying? So
he just like stayed ready.
He should have stayed ready, I guess, but he just hasn't been that great. We'll go to the Southeast Division now. The Central Division has a lot more, I guess, storylines in it. And in my opinion, I think the Southeast Division is the worst division in basketball. Matt, we'll go for you. We'll do with the Charlotte Hornets first instead of getting to your hometown squad eventually in this division. But we'll go Charlotte Hornets first. Tell me what you think about them.
Bro, honestly, I gave him a D. The injuries just happened to that squad, bro.
Yeah,
Dennis Smith was like their like surprise this year. Kelly Oubre's been balling. Jordan Hayward's he was
Boy.
balling and he's in and out of the lineups. LaMelo played like 2 games and then got hurt again. Like, bro, they're just it's hard to watch that team, bro.
It's unwatchable at this point. Lewis, where you got the Hornets at?
Yeah, I have him at a D as well, bro. Like the injuries, it's just like what the hell. Like LaMelo, he had like the ankle injury in preseason, and then he came back and he literally got injured like 2 games after.
Yeah, I think he played the total of 3 games. So.
Yeah, it was literally like 3 games. So I'm just like, what the hell? What's wrong with the squad?
Yeah.
And Terry
Yeah.
Rozier isn't even looking. Well, he was injured, and then he wasn't even looking the same when he came back now.
Yeah, he's been in and out of the lineup as well. It's just been injuries upon injuries for this team. I gave him a D.
No, the Hornets really just suck, to be honest.
They're 6-15. They're 13th in the East. I gave him a D just because, they're clearly tanking. Obviously, they want this pick, and I think if they were trying to compete for a playoff spot, LaMelo would probably be back already from his injury. And LaMelo's my fantasy team, so this really hurts because I want to see him play. But I said that Hayward keeps getting hurt. Not a shocker. I wish he could be healthy. He's a great player when he's healthy, but it just happens. He has the worst luck of all time. He had like a separated shoulder or something like that, a fractured shoulder right now, so he's gonna be out for a couple weeks. And again, I wrote here in my notes, no LaMelo. There's no direction outside of wherever this pick lands. There's nothing in the cards for them. James Bouknight's been kind of good sometimes. Kai Jones has been pretty nice, but they haven't played Mark Williams at all, who they just drafted in the lottery. I don't know what this team is doing. Again, without LaMelo Ball, this team looks like it should be relegated to the G League or to Seattle. It's been pretty bad. Lewis, Orlando Magic, what do you got with one of your favorite rookies?
Yeah, Paolo, bro. But he's in and out of the lineup, so. The thing is, I got Orlando at D. Like, we already knew they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Paolo's in and out of the lineup. Jalen Suggs, like, he had, like, one good game against Curry where he made this game winner, and then, like, he's inconsistent. Cole Anthony's in and out of the lineup.
I mean, everyone's
like,
hurt.
What is it? What is this? And then Wendell Carter's out. It's just like they're tanking.
They have Wendell. I mean, Jonathan Isaac hasn't played a game in 3 years. Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, they're all out of the lineup right now.
And Markelle Fultz is trying to come back too.
I think he comes back tonight actually. So hopefully he plays well.
He was supposed to come back like 2 games ago, and I'm just like, when are you gonna come back?
Yeah,
bro?
it's a little inconsistent for them and for him especially. I have him at a B minus. I have him a little higher than D. I have him at a B minus. They're 5-16 and 14th in the East, and here's why I have him at a B minus. And again, not every grade's weighed the same because what the Orlando Magic are doing is on paper is awful, but for what their expectations, it's pretty much in line with what they want to do.
Wasn't.
But I think Paolo looks like a home run pick. I think if you look at your season and you think Paolo, he's averaging 20 points as a rookie, you watch him at play and you're like, well, this season's not going to be shit. We're not going to get a playoff spot or anything, or but if we make noise against these teams, they're a tough team to beat. Bol has been fucking incredible. He was playing isolation basketball against the Nets. It was actually beautiful to watch. But there's like Franz Wagner's been really, really good. Like they have guys who I think this season with all the guards they have, all the young pieces they have, the cream of the crop will rise. Where if you see who you want to build the franchise around, you see a Wendell, a Franz, and a Paolo, for sure those guys are probably the guys you want to build around. Bol is in the back seat saying that pick me too. But Jalen Suggs, Markelle.
It's crazy because nobody would have thought Bobo had been doing this, bro.
And he's honestly looks like a demigod out there. It's pretty impressive. It's one of those things that it's hard to put into words how he plays basketball. It's really insane.
Yeah, like he moves like really awkward, and it's just
and I feel the way about Bol, and I just think like Wembanyama's better than this, and he's bigger than this. It's fucking great. Like it's insane. I hope they get Scoot Henderson though. I don't think Wembanyama's good for this team. Scoot Henderson with Paolo and Franz. You see the vision. It's there. B minus for me, 5-16, 14th in the East.
Yeah, I give him a B. Just
we're
because
on
of
the same
Bobo reviving his career.
Facts.
And then Franz Wagner and Banchero they're like the 3 like surprising stars of that team so far.
Yeah, I'm really shocked by Franz. I liked him out of Michigan, but I didn't think he could be this good.
And then Scoot, bro. Imagine Scoot in that team, bro. That's gonna be.
That's
crazy.
why I think Scoot's the perfect piece. Obviously, Wembanyama's the better talent. You take Wembanyama if you get the first pick, but Scoot's the perfect piece for this team. Where like now you have something to come together, and now the match is gonna be scary for years to come. I'll go next. We'll go Washington Wizards. I gave him a B minus, 11-10, 7th in the East. Not a lot to say about this team. I gave him a B minus. I could give him a C because they're kind of performing to my expectations. Maybe a little bit better. I think they'd be a little bit worse than this. But Porzingis has been a true all-star this season. He just had his career high against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 41 points. And Bradley Beal's been up and down. But the only thing that I say about this team that I'm not liking is that there's so many wings on this team. Kispert, Abdia, Hachimura, Will Barton's up there. Monte Morris needs minutes. All these guys, there's so many guys that are at the same skill level or just, one's a little bit higher than the other, one's a little bit lower. And no, we don't know how to fit these pieces in.
Exactly.
And that kind of bothers me. I think like it's time to move on from at least some of them. One of them, maybe Hachimura is the guy. Maybe Advia is the guy. I don't know.
Yeah, they drafted Johnny Davis and they haven't even done anything with him.
Johnny Davis hasn't even played. When he does play, he's not looking that great. And which I like Johnny Davis, so I've been kind of disappointed with that. And Denny's been kind of good when the minutes he does get, but he doesn't shoot the ball. It's a whole bunch of questions there where like again, kind of directionless, kind of middle of the pack. They don't really have anything going on. I gave him a B- because they're still in the playoff hunt and they're still 7th in the East, so it's pretty decent.
I gave him a C+. Porzingis has been balling out recently. He's been looking like the best he's looked since like his New York days.
Yep.
Bro, but I feel like that Wizards star is like missing like something that they could trade those wings for.
They're missing a lot. Like
if they could get like let's say like a Ricky Rubio on that squad, like somebody that could play make for them.
they just need to again.
Yeah,
Like
a solid playmaker.
I mention him all the time, but Tyus Jones would do so much for so many teams. Like Tyus Jones on this team would be like revolutionary. Even the Trey Jones, his brother, would be great for this team. Like, I don't know.
It would be so good if they had like a true playmaker on that squad.
I agree. I think they just need. They're just they're just middle of the pack until they make another move. Lewis, what grade do you give the Washington?
Yeah, I have him as a B as well. The same thing that you had him. Honestly, everything that you said, bro. And Kyle Kuzma is actually hooping his ass off. Like I think
I think you mentioned Kuzma. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kuzma's great too.
Kuzma recently in the last week he's averaging I think 28, 7 and 5 or something like that. Like he's just going crazy.
Kuzma's the ultimate. Everybody else is hurt. I got this guy.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
league. He actually probably is the best one. Like it's pretty insane. Makes you think why the Lakers did what they did. Atlanta Hawks. Lewis, you can give me your grade for the Hawks.
Atlanta, I think I have him at a C.
11 and 10, 8th in the East.
Atlanta B. I have Atlanta at B. DeJounte Murray and Trae Young are actually meshing well together. So that's actually really good. John Collins hasn't been what we expected him to be. He hasn't done anything for that team. Clint Capella had a rough start, and then now he's actually gaining it back. What's this guy's name? Onyeka
Okongwu?
Yeah, he's doing really good off the bench. DeAndre Hunter, you paid him a massive contract, I think it was last year.
Yeah.
He hasn't even really done that much for that team. But he's not really a person that you're going to go and ask for like 15 to 18 off that role for him. You feel me? So it's like
I like DeAndre Hunter. He's been up and down. Same thing with Collins. Collins the last few games has been pretty good. Picked him up on my fantasy team. Shout out Collins. Here's the thing though. I am a C+. DeJounte and Trey have been good, but they haven't been great together. They're right now the Hawks are a bottom 5 3-point percentage team, and they're bottom half in offensive rating. But they're a top half defense, which is one of those things that when the Hawks last year had a top 2 offense or some shit like that, Trae Young was an absolute, he's an offensive juggernaut in his own right. I don't know where these offensive pieces fit because there's guys that are gonna want shots like John Collins, who kind of historically has been kind of a prideful guy. You've heard him talk about, the rumors have been that he doesn't want to get traded. If he gets traded, fuck me, fuck it, traded me already. You know what I'm saying, like that kind of attitude from John Collins. I just don't know if Nate McMillan's the right guy for this team. I don't know if he's run his course again. Nate and Tom Thibodeau are kind of in the same boat for me, where like they're kind of traditional coaches. They're not coaches that are championship level coaches or Eastern Conference level coaches, even though they did make it a couple years ago. I just think this team has a cap on it with him as their coach.
Yeah, exactly.
And the roster is actually really, really good.
The roster on paper is really good. Like,
yeah, Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday, Jalen Johnson, all these guys who I really like. And Bogdanovich still hasn't played yet. He's going to help their 3-point percentage, but I'm kind of disappointed with this team. 8th in the East. I think 11 and 10. Again, they're still 1-2 games behind the 4th seed, to say, but still, I think this team could be better than what they are right now.
Yeah, I agree. I give them a B. Just because, bro, John Collins just like fell off like that offense completely.
Yeah, he's not really a factor in there.
They just have no shooting. Like, well, they have DeAndre Hunter, and he can shoot the ball, but like DeJounte Murray, John Collins, Clint Capella, they can't shoot the 3 ball.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen DeJounte Murray take more spot up threes than I have now. And I mean, some of them go in. When they go in, he's a god. But when they don't, it's like, oh, this is probably not the way we're gonna win basketball games late in May and April.
I just think they should have DeJounte Murray kicking it out and just letting Trey just fucking cook his ass off in that.
I mean, Trey's been bad from 3-point range, like normal 3-point range. From like Steph Curry range, he's a god. It really doesn't make no sense. It just makes no sense. From further away, he's better than he is closer. I don't know why, but
he's just chucking that bitch up.
he's just not a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter. And I think Bogdanovich is going to help this team a lot with their 3-point shooting. But again, I'm not feeling the Hawks the way I thought I would. I thought they could be contenders for top 3 spot in the East. And it's still early; things could change. But as I see it right now, they're not the team that I envision them being. The last team that's off the division is the Miami Heat. Matt, you're the big Heat fan. Before you give your thoughts, I think it'd be fair for us to give our outside view thoughts before we get into your,
Go for it.
Watching. Lewis, you go ahead first. I mean,
Well, I have them at a C because of all the injuries they've had recently. Like, Tyler Hero was in and out of the lineup. Bam was in and out of the lineup. And Jimmy, my goddamn fantasy player, was out for like 6 games. Motherfucker does not want to play basketball for me. Thank God I got DeRozan, so that's the good thing about that.
Because of crazy package.
Yeah, man. Kyle Lowry was actually hooping. He had like a triple-double, I think, against, I forgot which team it was. He had a triple-double or he had a damn near triple-double?
No, he had a triple-double.
He had a triple-double.
Yeah.
So him and then I think there was, who was in that lineup, bro? I think it was, Jovic. I was like, I saw him hooping and I was like, damn, we should use him more, bro, right next to Bam. And it's like, I don't know what the Heat are going to do, man. They're not going to make the playoffs. Well, they'll compete for a play-in. Depends who they pay in the play-in. They won't make the playoffs.
I don't think that's far-fetched. I think this is the worst Heat team we've seen since Jimmy Butler's arrived there.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they are hurt, and I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I gave them a C-. 10 and 11, 11th in the East. Jimmy is hurt. He's always hurt. Every year, there's a certain span of time where he's hurt. And and the thing is, Lowry looks great. Lowry looks really good when he started off the season looking really, really bad.
This motherfucker was chalking up some fucking
that
chuckers in that first game.
That first game we went to was a brutal performance. But now he looks great. Tyler Hero has been Tyler Hero. He hasn't taken a jump really. He hasn't taken a leap where you're gonna okay, this guy's like, he deserved the money. It's kind of just like, okay, this is what he was doing last year, maybe a little bit less, but okay, whatever.
It's crazy how both the players that got paid haven't done jack shit.
I mean, all the players that got paid really haven't done anything. If you really look at it, most of them haven't done shit.
Like who? It's been Poole, Hero, who else?
Poole, Hero, DeAndre Hunter got paid. RJ Barrett got paid. Those are all guys that got contracts that haven't been that
they
great.
They got the bag and they're like, yeah, let's go. Let's go waste this shit.
And I just think the depth isn't there this year for them to squeak out those wins without those. Last year we had the Heat winning games with Omeyer at 7 and Max Strus, and Caleb Martin's been pretty good actually. He's been pretty decent. He had a couple 20-point games there, but nobody there though. That's the thing. Is it gonna? Same thing with the Sixers and Shake Milton. Is it gonna correlate to when they're back? I don't know. I doubt it
because they're not even gonna get minutes when they come back.
I don't know. I don't know where to trust this team. Eric Spoelstra's a great coach, but and again, Bam's been pretty good recently. I just feel like there's a lot of question marks with this team where the faith isn't there for me, and I think I'd believe in more of a Hawks bounce back in terms of their season going forward more than a Heat. But I'll give the floor to the resident Heat fan, and you tell me what you think about your squad.
I give him a C+. To start with the negatives.
I'm playing. Go ahead. I'm trolling.
To start with the negatives, bro. We're using like our bench a lot, so I feel I get like scared in the future in the long run. Like Larry, March, Martin, they're all playing like 40+ minutes on night. We had like a 7-man rotation the other night. That's when Tyler had the triple-double.
That's crazy.
Larry almost played the whole game and he played overtime.
That's crazy.
So like I'm scared for that like long term.
He's old.
He's like 38.
Yeah.
But the positives, bro. Bam just good, dog.
Yeah, Bam had like 30 in his first game back I think it was, or 28.
I don't know which order. I know he's had like three 30+ games in the last 6 games.
And he's been carrying the offense with the playmaking and all that shit. It's crazy.
Hero had his first triple-double the other night, which is fire for him. He didn't really score that much, but it was still triple-double. Well, yeah, that's why I give him a C+. Hopefully Jimmy comes back and we just start going back to how
I don't think they're gonna end up like a playoff team. If they face the goddamn Raptors in the playing game.
I mean, are we? What's happening right now? Are we?
And we're beating the Raptors. We're beating the Raptors.
Nah, I'm taking the Raptors.
We're beating the Raptors.
Is there a deal? Is there a bet on the table? I mean, I bet on the Timberwolves and the Kings. I have no vested interest in those teams. You're a Heat fan. You're kind of a Heat fan sometimes.
I'm kind of a Heat fan, but like it's like
he's a where he at fan.
Facts.
Nah, I'm a DeRozan fan, so like it's just where
he at.
Where he at. Hey, but I'm only a fan just of him though. But like he is my hometown team. I'm seeing this team. This team has no like direction to them. Like if Jimmy comes around in playoffs, he comes around putting up like 30. He doing his thing. He look like a top 5 player sometimes. It's like what the hell is he doing? But is it gonna correlate now? Because we saw the same thing happen when the Bucks the first round. Remember? And they got fucking swept. So I just
That sounds like fighting words to me.
That's,
I
that
just
was an
don't-
NBA champion though.
huh?
That was an NBA champion. Now you're comparing that to like the Raptors and I'm
I don't know,
playing.
man. The Raptors with Pascal
I'd
right now.
I'd personally I'd pick the Raptors too, but I'm just
Eh.
that's just I like
the Heat haters.
I like the Raptors because they like Nick Nurse. You're not doing that shit Jimmy Butler does on Nick Nurse. You're not doing that, bro.
Against Pascal, OG, and
He did on the Celtics on the best defensive team in the NBA.
No, not Nick. Nick Nurse has Nick Nurse in his mind and 6'10" demigod just ready to guard everybody. It's not easy. I just don't know if you could get through that.
Hey, bro, Jim Matros.
Is there a bet on the table though, or what are we doing?
Nah,
What are
I'll
you
take
thinking?
50. Another 50 bet, bro. I'm about to go fuck. I'm about to be rich or bankrupt, bro. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Raptors Heat.
MVP don't be paying my bills.
We're a basketball podcast and a gambling podcast. Thanks for coming. Central Division time. That includes the Pistons, the Bucks, the Pacers, the Cavs, and the Chicago Bulls. We can start off with the Pistons first. Lewis, you can give me your thoughts on the Detroit Pistons.
Goddamn F. They goddamn suck.
Damn, that's the first F of the fucking show.
They haven't done jack shit, bro. They had Cade injured, Jaden. But it's injuries too, man. But like, God, you have Alec Burks in the lineup. This motherfucker sucks. And Bogdanovich is out the lineup again. I don't know who the hell is starting for that team. They have Jamal Cain at goddamn starting lineup, and I won't even know. I don't know who the fuck they have. So, honestly, an F. That team is terrible.
I don't think that's a bad thing to say. I have them at a D. I was a little less harsh on them. Just because, again, the expectations for me personally weren't. I should stop saying me personally. It's just me or personally. Personally, the Detroit Pistons weren't going to be high on my standings in the beginning of the year. I had them.
Especially for Matthew.
Yeah, Matt had them in the play-in. I don't know how you're going to feel about this team, but I gave him a D.
Down bad.
They look like they're getting Wemby, bro. It's crazy.
And I drafted Cade Cunningham in fantasy. I'm a big Cade Cunningham fan. I put a lot of money into Cade Cunningham before the season.
I love Cade too, bro. He's a hooper.
But he got hurt, and I would be shocked if he plays into the game this year. I think he's out for the year, but hopefully, just crossing my fingers for good news. And Jaden Ivey again, he's been pretty decent for the spurts that he does play. He's hurt right now. And then Jalen Duren, who they drafted, I guess kind of drafted,
Bro,
traded
he's
for.
goddamn terrible. I hate that guy.
He doesn't even get minutes, and then when he does get minutes, it's like Marvin Bagley's getting more minutes. So.
That guy is the worst stream I've ever had in fantasy, bro. This motherfucker was putting up 5 points a game, bro. I was like, what are you doing for my team, bro? Like, do something. Get a rebound.
No, Jalen Duren's one of those guys that you pick up in fantasy, and you want him to do good, then he just has the worst performance, and you drop him, then he has the best.
He has like
then he
40.
has the
I'm like,
best
what are you
performance.
doing, bro?
He's
You're a basketball player. You're putting 5 points in, bro.
It's just
like, what are you doing?
It's just for rookies. Like, it's just the rookie experience, I guess. And again, Dwayne Casey, is he the coach for this team? Is he gonna be the coach when this team
Dwayne
turns it
Casey's never
around?
been a goddamn coach, bro.
It's just I don't
He
know.
had DeRozan in shambles like for like his whole career, like 6 straight years, bro. It's like,
Hey,
what
but he
the
won
fuck?
coach of the year though.
Huh?
He did win
won
coach of
coach
the
of the
year, and then
year.
got
That's
fired
crazy.
immediately
got
after.
fired.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I just wanted this team to be more competitive, and they're just in the Wemby sweepstakes. I hope the Pistons don't get Wembanyama. I'm putting this out there. Hopefully, the universe will listen to me. I hope you guys don't get them because I have money invested in Cade Cunningham, and if Wembanyama comes to the team, he's gonna get all the MVPs, and Cade won't. That's a problem. So
That's literally a problem.
I hope Wembanyama goes somewhere like the Spurs. But Detroit Pistons, D, Matt, what do you got for them? You have them in the play-in,
See,
so this might be a little more expectations from you.
but I didn't give nobody an F.
You get
I
no
didn't
one
hate
an
the
F?
I didn't hate the team that much. So.
Hey, motherfucker, I got like 4 F's, bro. I'm ready to cook these motherfuckers, bro. That's crazy.
You know what? I actually didn't give anybody an F either. So we're in the
Wow.
same boat.
I got like 4 of them, bro.
Even
I give the Pistons a D. If they were playing like this with no injuries, then I would be like, all right, they're getting enough.
that's a good
But
point.
because of injuries, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Give them D.
No, yeah, the injuries is a big factor, but goddamn, bro, who's in that starting lineup? Please name me.
It's Rodney McGruder.
Okay, yeah, we already
Wow.
know. bro.
Rodney McGruder, Killian Hayes,
That's why they
Marvin
got fouled.
Bagley, Sadiq Bey was hurt. Bogey was. It's just been an ugly season for the Pistons. We'll go next for the Indiana Pacers. Lewis.
I got them in an A. It's actually insane that like they're actually like a playoff team. If they're the
Not only a playoff, they're 12-8, fourth in the East. They're fourth
if
in
the
the East.
season ended right now, the Pacers would be a goddamn playoff team. It's crazy as hell.
They would have home court advantage in the playoffs. That's insane. You gave him an A. Tell me what you think. What do you think?
Bro, Reese is hooping his ass off. Mathurin, who we had over Jalen Green. That motherfucker is over Jalen Green because it's him.
I guess.
Honestly, that team, it's just missing like another guard, man. Like you have Chris Duarte, Buddy Hield, huh?
Chris Duarte's so
Yeah,
good.
Chris Duarte sucks. Buddy Hield, like Buddy Hield's good, but like you just need another guard.
He has his games though.
Huh?
He has his games.
He has his games, yeah.
But he
Buddy Hield, yeah.
And Miles
He'll pop
Turner,
up for, like,
Miles
20.
Turner surprisingly,
24, 4 threes.
Miles Turner surprisingly hooping his ass off.
He's having his career year right now.
Yeah, he had a poster the other day where he just like flew over motherfucker. I was like, yo, what this guy doing, bro? I think he Jordan out there or some shit. So, yeah, that's why I'm at an A. Yeah, honestly.
I had the Pacers at A minus. I didn't give him quite an A, even though you could. I wouldn't argue with that at all. But I think A minus because is this what they really want to be doing? Do y'all want to be the fourth in the East? I don't know if you want to.
I know y'all want Wemby. Like, what are you doing?
But also, is there value for your young guys like Halliburton and Mathurin in his first year and Halliburton in his third year to go to the playoffs and get some playoff experience? There could be value there in that. Halliburton, I want to issue an apology, even though I wasn't on this podcast when I said this. I didn't think he was gonna be this good at all. I thought he'd be maybe whatever Andrew Wiggins is right now, maybe okay.
What?
Halliburton? Yeah, I thought he'd be like the level of player Andrew Wiggins is right now, which is a good player. But
I
not
thought you meant like place. I was like, motherfucker, who you watching, bro?
No. I'm talking about like the level. Like wherever you have Andrew Wiggins ranked is where I thought Halliburton would be, like at his peak powers. I didn't think he'd be this good. So I'm wrong. I was stupid. That was dumb. I was so dumb. He's a superstar. Here's a stat. I don't know if you guys had this stat on your dockets. He's the first player since turnovers have been tracked, 1977, 1978. With 40 assists and 0 turnovers over a 3-game span. The first player in history.
That's crazy, so.
Yeah.
That's
I had the
absolutely ridiculous. Mind you, here's some players that played during that time. Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, John Stockton. None of them ever did this. Pretty insane. And then he had a fucking laser to Andrew Nembhard and beat the Lakers in a crushing defeat at the buzzer. And again, Miles Turner's having a career year. And A minus, better than Mathurin has been a superstar coming out of this rookie class. I didn't think he'd be this good so quickly, but he's been lights out. And he's still shooting the ball very well. I'm scared to see what happens if the percentages go down. But I was high on Mathurin. I don't want to make this podcast. I don't want to make it seem like I didn't like Mathurin because of the TikTok clip about Jalen Green. I just like Jalen Green more. I thought Mathurin would be really good. I wanted him on the Pistons.
No, yeah, Mathurin was.
But yeah, A minus. Matt, what you got?
I gave them an A++.
Oh my goodness, the
I'm
first
off
okay.
the Pistons bandwagon, bro. I'm on the Pacers bandwagon, dog. I'm buying starts on fucking Tyrese Halliburton, dog.
Nah, guy's insane,
bro.
I just like. Who does he remind you of?
I'm gonna tell you what he's doing right now this season.
What?
Prime CP3 numbers.
Yeah.
MVP Steve Nash numbers on this fucking Pacers squad, bro.
Yeah, this Pacers squad has nobody, bro. You got
No,
like,
Like
Miles
imagine
Turner.
Tyrese
making
Halliburton
Miles-
on a different like a contender. Like imagine him like on the Toronto Raptors or some shit.
No, that's crazy.
Or like you know what I'm saying? That'd be
Don't even
insane.
bring that upon the league, bro.
Or like the
League would be in
Milwaukee
shambles.
Bucks. That'd be actually ridiculous.
Imagine he's in the Celtics.
Think about
Bro.
let's think about teams that would have drafted him. Like which team would be the best if they drafted him? Like
I know you're gonna
outside
say
of the
Bulls.
top three. The Bulls be fucking okay. The Bulls would be fucking nasty with Tyrese Halliburton, number one.
Imagine Tyrese, Lonzo.
Bro, we
DeRozan.
probably wouldn't get Lonzo. We probably would. We
Just
take
imagine them
Lonzo's
in a
money
line.
and get something.
Imagine them in the lineup. Recent and Lonzo.
It'd be I mean, it'd be kind of tough.
He's gonna be seen like
just-
back behind the backs, fucking.
Well,
Well,
look,
crazy shit.
the-
No
the,
looks.
The Spurs passed on him. Wouldn't have been the Spurs. The Kings passed. Oh, the Kings got him. The Knicks, the Wizards. The Wizards. The
Wizards.
The
Big
Wizards.
playmaker.
The Wizards should have taken him instead of Danny Avdia, but whatever. A plus is totally fair. Again, fourth in the East. Do y'all want to do this though? Is this what y'all want from this? I don't know. I don't know if this is what you wanted from your season, but I guess you have it.
He's also gonna be the first Pacer to put out like 20 and 10. Like
Is he
10
actually?
assists, yeah.
That's actually pretty impressive.
And the month of November, bro, they've been 5th in defensive rating.
Yeah, I just don't know like what to believe and what not to believe because their offense is pretty good. Their defense is actually pretty good. They just play hard. Rick Carlisle is just doing their damn thing out there. I like this team. I like the energy.
I fucking love this team.
It has culture. This team has culture written all over it. Real culture, not the one that you put as a. Anyways, let's go Cleveland
That's crazy.
Cavaliers next. I gave them a B plus, 13-8, third in the East. You might be saying, Adrian, they're third in the East. I mean, B plus. It seems you're kind of selling low. Yes, but no. Here's why. Garland Mitchell, incredible duo so far. I think they've been lights out.
Boys.
Darius Garland is a superstar in this league, and I love Darius Garland so much, and I'm so happy for his success. Mobley and Allen have been good in and out of the lineup for Jared Allen right now. And they're top 5 defense, and we were kind of worried about the small guards. Obviously, we'll see what happens playoff time, but the small guards so far in a top 5 defense, I don't know if
That's
I would have
crazy
predicted
stuff.
that.
I was shitting on the defense too. I was like, these motherfuckers gonna suck.
Yeah, and Garland's missed a lot of time too. He missed a lot of time with that eye injury, and they still kind of won out on a lot of those games. So I can't say that there's a lot of an injury. I mean, they played the Bucks a couple nights ago. They looked like the inferior team there. I just don't know where to gauge them on their scale of who's winning what. Obviously, you picked them to win a championship, which I think they could still do, but we don't know what the hierarchy is for that team.
That team is really going to win that shit.
Here's the thing here's the problem I have with this team. That small forward position is a gaping hole on this roster. Karis LeVert is not the answer. He is the most inconsistent basketball player maybe of all time. Isaac Okoro can't score the basketball.
I think Lauri Markkanen was worse.
I mean, in his Bulls days,
Lauri
he was pretty
Markkanen,
bad.
Cavs and Bulls, bro.
But if you had Lauri Markkanen on this team,
Lauri Markkanen had goddamn 1 point a game in fantasy, and all of a sudden jumped up to 50 when I dropped him every time, bro. He's worse than Jalen Duren, bro.
I mean, but Karis LeVert was brought in to be,
the third guy and shit.
Yeah, so. I mean, they have wings. They have Dean Wade, Cedi Osman. I like those guys, but they aren't.
We're naming plumbers out there, bro.
They're not the answer long term for that position. So, I'm worried about that spot. I'm worried about what they would put there. But B+ I think is pretty fair. They've been pretty well.
No, it's actually a really good rating. I have him at an A, honestly, because of Spider's MVP season that he's having right now. DG, well. He's falling off a little.
He's like a top 10 MVP.
But he was doing his thing, and then DG's hooping his ass off as well. Jared Allen's out of the lineup. I don't know what the fuck's happening with that team. They need more consistency. If they have more consistency, they will easily be 17-4 like the goddamn Celtics. And if this team was actually healthy, it's really scary because I actually do believe they win the championship.
I think they have a say in the championship pot for sure.
Imagine if they had OG and Anunoby in that team.
That'd be great. They should do it. They should go all in.
Yeah, they should. Pick up the phone. Start
calling for OG.
I feel like OG still. I mean, I mentioned it early in the season. I think he still might be on the trade block.
For sure, he should.
Deadline. I mean, he's playing up his value. Maybe not. Maybe
I feel like that's what they're doing, bro. They did the same shit with Kendrick Nunn, bro. They were trying to do with Kendrick Nunn. maybe that motherfucker who, bro. Give him his 30 out there. We trying to get some.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they value OG now.
They like me in fantasy when I had Simon's hooping right now. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Simon's just flip. Simon's on the trade block.
But after Damian Lillard said he's coming back,
yeah, he's still putting up 50. Come on,
he's just trying to flip these assets as soon as they reach their peak value. Matt, what you got the Cavs on?
I give the Cavs an A-. So Mitchell's been balling out. He's been a great leader for that squad. But for some reason, like, you have Jared Allen and Mobley, and you're like bottom half in rebounds, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
even though like
because Mobley's not like a strong rebounder. I feel like it's Allen.
But he's had games when Allen's not playing that he's getting all the boards. And
sure.
then you have Kevin Love coming off the bench.
It's probably a boxing out issue in the sense that like Jared Allen's like, oh no, Mobley got that, or if not, Mobley thinks that Jared Allen has.
I mean, also it's an NBA where there's a lot of long rebounds and you have a lot of these small guards. It's a whole different thing. I believe in them long term. I think they're gonna still be pretty solid. I think third in the East is where I had them. So I think this is pretty much in line with my expectations, maybe a little bit better just in terms of the on-court stuff rather than numbers of the standings. Before we get to my beautiful and lovely Chicago Bulls, we'll go for the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll start off. I'll give them an A, 14-5, second in the East. It could be an A+ to be honest. Giannis still been an MVP candidate. The best defense in basketball belongs to the Milwaukee Bucks, and Brook Lopez is a DPOY candidate. Legitimately, he's one of the voting favorites, odds-on favorites for the award by the end of the year. And there's still no Chris Middleton on this team. And all those factors all together, I think there's no way that this team could be anything lower for me than an A. I think they've been.
I think they're an F.
Okay. I think they've been rock solid, and they've been really, really good, man. They have the best defense in basketball, and their offense is only going to get better. So, scary team for the Bucks and their fans.
Yeah, I have them at an A. Not because of Giannis. I just think Brook Lopez. I just think Brook Lopez.
Just Javon Carter.
Javon Carter had a crazy ass Michael Jordan like 2 games, bro.
Nah, yeah, he had some good games out there.
And bro, Giannis is hooping his ass off. I don't want to say that, but yeah, he is. Brook Lopez is emerging. I don't know. He has like 3 blocks a game. He had like 6 blocks the other day. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
wait, didn't we have a conversation about like? Oh no, I think it was Bobby Portis or some shit. Like, oh, Bobby Portis is gonna emerge. I thought it was Brook Lopez because I guess
no. We had Bobby Portis because of Los. Los had drafted him in fantasy. And he was like, yo, he's gonna emerge.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I don't know about all that, but he's been pretty good too. I mean, the whole team's just been solid up and down. You know what I'm saying? Matt, what you got the grade for?
I give the Bucks an A. Obviously, Giannis having another MVP season.
Spider.
Drew Holiday looks better offensively than he's been like last year. And bro, Brook Lopez, bro, you can't go in the paint without you shooting over Brook Lopez or Giannis. Like, you gotta pick your poison.
It's just crazy.
Nah, it is. I don't even want to face that team.
Yeah, let that happen. That's insane. I guess the final team in the East, final team in the Central
The
Division.
best team in the East.
What?
I don't know. Chicago Bulls.
Best team.
9-11,
Yeah,
12
you gotta call
in the
9-11.
East. I won't go first. I'll let you guys give me your opinions on the Chicago Bulls, which I'm actually excited to hear. So,
I
Lewis,
think I have them at a C because, like, I didn't really expect them to be a top 5 team or a top, 6 team because of the sense that we don't have any Lonzo. Levine is always in and out of the goddamn lineup because he always has some random-ass injury. DeRozan is hooping his fucking ass off recently. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He had the start of the year where he had 37 against the Heat, and then he just stopped for a little bit, and all of a sudden he just started clicking again. I'm like, all right, this motherfucker looking like MVP DeRozan again, and Vooch is actually looking really good. Kobe White had a dagger the other day. I was watching that shit. It was crazy, and you see me in the group chat. I'm like, let's go Wobie, and I've never done that shit, bro. So it's crazy how he hooping his ass off right now too, and that honestly. The team needs to get another Lonzo again. We need Lonzo back, or if not, sign another Lonzo.
I will hold my opinions till Matt gives his take.
I gave the Bulls a C. The Bulls need Lonzo, bro.
They need Lonzo,
Y'all need
or
Lonzo.
another Lonzo. At least it's I don't know, bro.
I haven't seen George do anything besides the going against the Heat. He scored 14, 12 points
He's
on
had
us.
some moments.
Drummond sucks.
Drummond fell off against.
Drummond had a
after
great
the
game last night, or against the Utah. It's pretty good.
What else? Bro, y'all need MVP DeMar ASAP.
He had an MVP game last game.
Not
Not crazy amount of, but he was hitting some crazy ass shots against Lowry and shit. It was crazy.
What are you guys doing against the Celtics? You guys are the only team that could beat the Celtics, bro.
Nah, it's crazy as hell.
I
We got
guess-
2-1
You know
against the Celtics.
what's crazy is that last season the Bulls would only beat the worst teams and lose to the top teams. Now they're beating the top teams and losing to the worst teams. It's crazy as fuck. So what the hell you guys doing, man?
I gave my Chicago Bulls a D, and
damn.
I'm harder on them than I guess the outsiders would be, and here's why. Number one, Boston. We beat y'all twice. Out of your 4 times, it was us 2 times. We should have beat you 3 times. We only beat y'all twice. And take that shit to the fucking bank. Fuck y'all. That's what we do. We've played really well against top teams. We beat the Bucks. We beat the Celtics, and we beat Utah in Utah. We haven't done this since 2016. We beat Milwaukee in Milwaukee the first time since 2017. Amazing games. Those games get me going. I get out of my bed a little bit happier. I step up. I start skipping around. I get a little happy.
You should have been skipping around when Kobe hit that goddamn 3, bro.
And Kobe had back-to-back games against the Bucks and against the Jazz. Big-time three-pointers. I'm so happy to see it. I'm happy to see Kobe in that role. He's been playing pretty well. Zach isn't healthy, okay? Zach, in the offseason was like, I'm ready, guys. Don't worry about me. You're not healthy,
He think
dude.
you him. You're not him.
He's been inefficient. He's only averaging 20 points a game. When he used to average 25 in his sleep. I don't know. I'm waiting for Zach to turn up, and I still believe he can. He still has his moments where I'm like, okay, that's Zach LaVine right there. That's the guy that I remember. But there's also moments where I'm like, okay, he's just selling for that shot, and he's just not being the Zach that I know he can be. Patrick Williams been good. He hasn't taken the leap. He's been good, especially with the last recent games. He's been great. He's been really, really good on defense. But he just hasn't taken that leap that we all want him to take for us to be a better team than we are now. We're just directionless. We lose to bad teams. And we're a bottom 10 offense with a team that has literally only offensive players as our top guys in Vucevic, DeRozan, and Zach LaVine. So I don't know what to make of that. And also, report comes out that Billy Donovan was extended. I'm not a big Billy Donovan guy. I don't think he's the coach for us. And it actually turns out, here's the report. Here's the funniest part about the report, that they've had a contract extension already done since before the season. And they announced it now, 20 games into the year. Why the fuck would you do that? Where's the sense in that? Doesn't make any sense. We're just directionless. We have nothing going for ourselves outside of maybe a playoff appearance. And I don't believe in DeMar. DeMar's great. I love DeMar. I love Zach. I don't think this is a team that will take us into the future and make us perennial contenders like every team aims to be. That being said,
the more needs a better franchise, bro. Because honestly, I don't like the fan base right now. That's crazy.
you don't like the fan base right now. I'm just being honest. I don't think DeMar
and the Cavs.
Go back to Toronto.
I just need DeMar and the Cavs. That's all I want.
Go back to Toronto.
No.
DeMar.
If you can't beat them, join them. Go back.
DeMar. The ceiling on a DeMar-led team is not high, especially in 2022.
It depends. If he has shooters on him, I think it'll be good. Like last year, if he had shooters, he could have beat the Bucks.
Yeah, but like, that's the thing. The same thing is the front office didn't address that problem. We don't have any more shooters. Kobe White is a shooter, but he's inconsistent. Zach LaVine
is he a shooter?
Zach LaVine hasn't been as good of a shooter as he usually is. So it's a whole bunch of different factors where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I hope for the best. I hope we can turn it around. Lonzo Ball is hopeful to come back at the start of the next year, or at the turn of the next year. Is Lonzo Ball going to save us? I highly doubt it. But hopefully, I hope for the best.
Yeah, he's been out too long, bro.
All right, we're going to the Western Conference now. We're 53 minutes in, so we won't. I don't want to make this a fucking 3-hour podcast, so we won't take too long on some of these teams. Some of these teams literally have nothing to talk about. But we'll start off with the Northwest Division. I'll start off for you guys. That means it's the Blazers, the Nuggets, the Jazz, the Timberwolves, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll go with the Timberwolves because I've already shit on this team before, so it's going to be easy. The Timberwolves fucking suck. They're D- for me, 10 and 11, 11th in the West. You're not good. And I'm mad because I thought you were going to be good, but you're not good. You're underperforming. Your defense isn't that great. And you have Rudy fucking Gobert that you fucking traded your whole entire future of the franchise for him, and it's not working. No one likes each other. Everyone's just pointing, yo, get him. No, you get him. No. And then just bitching and moaning in the fucking huddle. Now Karl Anthony Towns is out for 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know if you're a Minnesota Timberwolves out there, a fan out there. All three of you listen to this. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about your team, but it shouldn't be that high because it's getting ugly. And then Anthony Edwards, the guy who I thought if he took a step, this could be the team. He hasn't been that great. So D-, 10 and 11, 11th in the West.
Yeah, honestly, I gave him a better grade. I gave him a fucking F because they fucking suck. So honestly,
that's
man,
I don't like them. And
honestly, Anthony Edwards is the only hope for like the Timberwolves fans out there, man. Because D'Lo sucks. Cat is out for 6 to 8 weeks. That motherfucker cannot catch a break. That guy sucks. Rudy Gobert can't.
Just sucks.
Rudy can't goddamn score. Rudy can't score for shit. All he does is rebound. That team, and he can't even rebound that good sometimes.
It's like one of the worst rebounding teams in the league.
Yeah, so like, what is that team? Where are you guys going, man? Like, are you guys trying to tank for Wemby now? Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all motherfuckers doing, bro.
I don't know what hope they have left. I just don't know where this team goes because if it doesn't work, there's no like, okay, we'll just trade Rudy. No, you can't do that. You've already put.
What you gonna get a big lays off of that?
It's like it's what the Timberwolves are doing right now. They went all in with all their chips, right? And they've seen 2 out of the 3 poker cards they're about to put on. They're like, shit, I don't want my money back. They're like, no. We're going to put this card over.
They just like me.
You're gonna, going all in. And you're going to lose all your money.
Nah, hold up. I don't like those cards, man. Let me get it back.
I hope they turn around for the franchise's sake because I want to see the Timberwolves actually be good. But I just don't believe in this team. Matt, what do you think?
I give him a D. Bro, the only positive thing I have to say is if Anthony Edwards played the Heat every night, he would be Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he
did good last game though. He had
if he played the Heat every time, he's Michael Jordan, bro. For some reason, he hates the Heat. He doesn't want to miss.
Last game was against the Heat?
No.
Nah.
It was like last week.
Yeah, but that motherfucker every time he's against the Heat,
he doesn't want to miss
and shit.
Like this team sucks, and he doesn't want to miss. Like doesn't make.
He's been hooping though recently. Like Anthony Edwards has been hooping.
He's got to be better than this.
No, he can't be dropping 40. It ain't nothing.
Well, he's got to be better in terms of like it's his 3rd year, so I'm not expecting him to be a leader, but he doesn't have leadership qualities to him. I don't see
nobody
how
in
he
that
transforms
team
into a.
I just don't feel like it's not even him like not being a leader. I just feel like nobody in that team,
everybody
in that team's arrogant.
Nobody in that team is a leader.
Cat
there's just no culture.
Cat thinks he's a leader. He's not a leader. Rudy probably thinks that as well. He is not a leader. D'Lo, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
No, he's waiting on the scoreboard, watching everybody play.
Bro should be in Shanghai, so I don't know what else to tell you.
He's trying to be a coach.
And I think
and Anthony Edwards can't like lead a team if people are gonna be arrogant like that. You feel me?
Okay, we could say that, but also he is the most arrogant person on the team.
Yeah, he is.
So,
but he could back it up though. Like he actually, motherfucker was putting up 30 bombs in the goddamn playoffs in his like first ever playoff.
Okay, that's fine, but go bring like I've actually got every first seed like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the Timberwolves need help. Okay, and my Kings take stands, and I every day as the time goes on, I'm like,
Look, I trade
can't
Zach LaVine for Anthony Edwards.
the Timberwolves wouldn't do that. All right, next, we'll go with the Denver Nuggets. Matt, you give me your take. 13-7, second in the West.
The Nuggets, I gave them an A. They're the best shooting team in the NBA at 3-point percentage and field goal percentage. Bro, Joker, he's kind of having like an MVP season right now.
That's my fantasy.
And
player.
Jamal Murray's finally getting back into rhythm recently, and this team's going to go far now.
Yeah, they're a top 3 offense right now. I give them a B. They're a top 3 offense. I didn't give them an A because MPJ still quietly hasn't been that great. He's still kind of shaky. He's been in and out of the lineup. Now he's hurt again. But the role players that they brought in, KCP, Bruce Brown,
Bruce fucking Brown is a fucking
Aaron
demon.
Gordon obviously was already on the team. They've all had their moments to shine for the whole year. And then of course Jokic, we still know what we're gonna get out of Jokic. He hasn't been the same MVP caliber player just because he hasn't put the same numbers, but he's still been
Fraud first pick.
Nikola Jokic. And again, top 3 offense, and Jamal Murray is just now really getting into his stride. And I'm happy to see it because Jamal Murray is fun to watch and he's fun to have on my team.
Yeah, I'm at an A as well, man. Like Bruce Brown is really a big ass fucking piece for this team, and like I don't know what the hell. Like he's a jack of all trades, man.
I
He's
don't know
literally
why
Josh Hart on
that's him,
steroids. Like it's crazy as hell. Like Josh Hart wishes he was him. Like if Portland had Bruce Brown instead of Josh Hart, they'd be so much better.
I
That's
think
crazy.
the difference would be negligible, but okay, sure.
But yeah, Jokic has me in shambles. Motherfucker's not an MVP like how he should have been.
See, but that's okay. It sounded so negative. He's like he's not an MVP, but like he's still like really good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's still doing
the
his
bar
thing.
is high. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's not like he just broke Will Chamberlain's triple-double record
Yeah.
as a center.
he's so trash. He's just like
And Jamal Murray, he's coming back. He was hitting some crazy ass shots.
he had
Last
30
game,
points
I'm
in 25 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
I-
Houston, but whatever.
It's still Houston, but like I don't know. And Houston, fuck him. But
I'm excited. I'm excited for the team, man. I think they're still like I give them a B because I feel like I thought they would be a number 1 seed already. They're close to the number 1 seed, but
Yeah, one more.
yeah, they're getting there. They're turning those wheels again.
Yeah.
MPJ is still scary to me though. I don't know what's going on there. I'm scared.
he ain't the same, bro.
Oh, another person we didn't mention, Bones Harden. Bones Harden's been pretty good.
I remember that.
When he plays, he's pretty
He's
good.
had
I remember I
flashes.
did say that MPJ got overpaid. That motherfucker has never lived up to his expectations, bro. It's crazy.
I mean, I think MPJ. It's the
he
same.
wasn't
shit.
overpaid at the moment. Yeah.
I just think
he
I just think they had to pay him, and
no, for sure they did.
especially coming off that year he just had where he was shooting the ball like 45%, and he's a 6'10". It's insane.
No, yeah, I feel him, but ever since that take, that motherfucker has never lived up to that shit.
He just has to stay healthy for that team. I'll go Portland next. I give Portland a B+, 11-10, 7th in the West. Damian Lillard's been missed a lot of time this year, so that's kind of the crux of this team and where they've been. But the culture's high, man. The vibes in that locker room is high. Gary Payton II isn't back yet, which I think is gonna be a big piece when they do add it. I think he's gonna be another dynamic defender and just energy guy for that team.
Who?
GP2.
Oh,
Gary Payton II.
yeah.
And Jeremy Grant, yes, but Justice Winslow also been a pretty nice bright spot for that team. And again, Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, in times when Damian Lillard's out, they carry the load and they do their damn thing for that squad. And they almost won against the Clippers last night, but this guy with the name of Reggie Jackson and Norman Powell absolutely shit on the team. And it was sad times, but
yeah, face Reggie Jackson is ridiculous.
the
He put up
Trailblazers
70 points. Like I don't know. Reggie Jackson decided to go hoop against me, bro. That's crazy.
Trailblazers, I give him a B+ though. Matt? Or
Okay.
Lewis, whoever you guys.
No, you go.
I give them a B. Since Dame's been out, Simons has been him. Like
That's
capital
the boy.
HIM.
That's the boy.
I'm gonna start
Um,
writing down every single person you guys call him. I'm gonna see how by the end of the year.
Derek White is one of them.
No, I did not see there. Bro, Winslow's been great for them off the bench. Grant has been he found a home in Portland. Bro, I love that team just 'cause, bro, they're like together. They're doing interviews together. They're doing post-game interviews together. Like,
They're like the Memphis Grizzlies part 2.
Yeah, the culture's
Pretty much,
The culture's
they're
just
busy
high over
sport
there, man. I think the culture's really, really deep.
Well, I got the Portland Trailblazers at an A. If you're a Portland Trailblazers fan, you should be happy with what you guys got going on. Jeremy Grant has like 30 points in the last like 7 days. It's crazy as fuck. And then Simons has been looking like an elite ass scorer. It's crazy as hell. He could shoot the fucking 3-ball out of his fucking mind. Josh Hart, he's doing his thing. He's always does his things. And Nurkic is back. He's doing his thing too. They have a lot of good pieces, and GB2 still hasn't come back, like you said, which is actually insane.
And I think Chauncey Billups has done a great job as a coach for this team. I think the direction they're going in, even though they don't have the most talent, they're just doing the most.
Yeah, like if Dame were to leave and then you could get someone else, like you could. That team has a bright future after Dame.
Just got to keep winning games and make a playoff berth. That's what their goal is right now, and they're 7th in the West.
I didn't even have them 7th in the West. That's crazy as hell that they're even there.
Yeah, I think I had them out of the playoffs, so I'm sorry about that. We'll
I think
see.
I had them 10th, maybe.
I had the Kings 10th and the Blazers 11th.
Okay, then I think ours was reversed.
I had the Lakers 8th, so that's aging like milk. Utah Jazz A-, 12th and 11th, 8th in the West. Again, A-, but do y'all really want to be 8th in the West? Do y'all really want to do that? I don't know. They've lost 5 games in a row now. They still exceed expectations, but the tank is on the way. Trust me, it's on the way. The train is pulling up to the station. People are getting on. Jordan Clarkson's getting on. He's going somewhere else. Mike Conley's going somewhere else. And Lowry's an all-star, but there's still some nice pieces there. THT's been pretty well for them. Jerry Valimill's really good. Walker Kessler's been really good as well. There's bright spots here and there, but
I'm laughing because there's no fucking like the tank on the way. I just imagine like the tank put into the city. Yo,
like,
hop on, bro. You take it.
Mike Conley has his bag. He's just fucking. He's ready to get on.
Bro's already outside waiting for the
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. It's just the fucking. You just gotta
Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson running.
Yep, they get in there. Train leaves the station. They're going somewhere, maybe fucking Milwaukee or something. Who knows? But yeah, Utah Jazz. What do you guys think?
I got Utah Jazz at a A because of what they did in the start of the season. Those motherfuckers exceeded expectations. They're coming out the gates with Larry Markin looking like an all-star. Jordan Clarkson was doing his thing. Malik Beasley is a goddamn microwave. That motherfucker puts up either 9 threes or 0 threes. I don't know what the hell happens to him. It's crazy.
He's been pretty good though. He's
then
solid.
Mike Conley's in and out of lineup. Colin Sexton was terrible in the start. Decided to actually be Colin Sexton again. And bro, this team is how you said the tank's coming. Jordan Clarkson,
they've lost 5
Mike
in a row
Conley
now,
running over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, they are coming. I'd expect them to tank because that team's terrible.
I give them a B. And bro, Jordan Clarkson is in the all. No way he made that NBA team, bro. Like, bro, there was like games like last week that he was just like shooting shit and like it was just going in. Like it didn't make sense.
Nah, he's a star. He's a star shooter.
Yeah, bro,
It's some little braids and shit with the tattoos. That's why I think him.
But ever since Conley went down, bro, they've been losing 5 in a row. I guess they're going for Victor now.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know what their plan is. It should be for Victor, but they might be already too late for the race. Who knows?
There's like too much, bro.
There's like 7 games between them and the Spurs, so it's like
they kill too many troops, bro.
Yeah.
Now the tank coming. They're like, nigga, we got nobody to kill. It's crazy.
OKC, Lewis, what do you think?
OKC, I think I had him at a B just because of what Shea's doing. Shea's like revolutionizing that goddamn franchise, and Josh Giddey, he's injured, but whenever he comes back, he's doing good. Jerry had a really good game. I don't know which game it was that I tuned in that Jerry hit a 3-pointer, and I was like, it was a clutch ass 3-pointer. I was like, damn, he's actually doing his thing. Honestly, they just need a tank for Wemby.
I agree.
Tank for Wemby, and hope Chet comes back and he actually does his thing. What you think?
I give him a B. Just of Shea, bro. Shea's been incredible. He's like the only person that's been doing 35 and 5.
That's why. If Shea was not in that team, I'd have him a goddamn F, bro. It's crazy.
Oh, they'd be the worst team in basketball by a large margin without
By
Shea.
a large margin.
Like a large one.
I don't know about a large margin though, because there's a lot of teams that suck.
Without Shea, this team would be G League roster at that point.
We'll get to him.
I give him a C, straight in the middle. 12th in the West, 8 and 13. This is about where I had him. I think they'd be probably a little bit lower. I think the Lakers should be above them, but they're not. I think Shea, of course, taking a leap into almost a borderline superstar at this point. We haven't seen him win in a playoff series yet, so we can't call him a superstar. But he's getting there. He's putting up the numbers for it.
Did he with the Clippers?
They took 2 games off of the Warriors, but he wasn't like the guy on that team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they went to 7 games against Houston in the bubble, but again, wasn't the guy on that team.
Yeah, he wasn't not the guy.
I think Giddey, who I like a lot, he hasn't looked that great. He's been inconsistent. He's had some games where he's really good and some games where he's just not that great. Always plays well in New York for some reason and against the Knicks. I don't get it.
He's a TikTok boy. What do you expect?
The rotations for the Thunder are a little bit off. And there's just so many guys on that team where I'm just like Darius Baisley, I wish he was good. He's just not that great.
Jerry sucks. He just had that clutch 3-point houses.
Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, I like Robinson-Earl, but again, he's just
I was out here giving a take on Jerry. That motherfucker hasn't eject shit.
Even Jalen Williams, he's good. I like him out of Santa Clara. There's just a whole bunch of bodies on this team where they need minutes. They don't get those minutes, and Poku's been pretty good, up and down. But again, like this team just has so much going on in their locker room, and not in the locker room, like drama-wise, but in terms of just bodies that need to be get played, I don't know where this team goes from here. They need a solid direction with a solid core to build around. It's just Shea and maybe Giddey, but everybody else is kind of question mark. Even a guy like Trey Mann, who I really like.
Even Chet too, if he don't come out like doing good, that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean they don't have Chet either. I think Chet would have made them almost a playoff team, to be honest. But I guess we'll have to wait and see till next year. I'll go next team with the Kings. Talked about a lot on this podcast. I'm a fan of what they're doing.
What's your favorite team?
I wouldn't say they're my favorite team, but they're up there. I do like watching them a lot. They've just been kind of they've been in the low point where they lost a couple of games. I think they lost like 3 out of the last 4, something like that, maybe 4 in a row. And they lost to the Celtics and the Suns a couple nights ago. They're just okay right now. They're still the number one. They're still the second offense in the NBA by offensive rating. Mike Brown's done a great job for this team in terms of just culture setting and
he
building.
got Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter looking like goddamn gods out there.
Right, and Kevin Huerter's taking another step. Like I had it written down here. He's just taking an evolution of Kevin Huerter into an elite shooter off the ball. Went 0 for 5 from 3 last night though, and I bet on him, and he just
shitter.
didn't hit anything.
Hey, bro, you're not the only one.
and look, Sabonis has been better this as of late. And De'Aaron Fox has been up and down recently, but over the year he's had a great season so far. Just need more from Keegan Murray, man. 32% from 3, 40% from the field. He just hasn't been as good as we thought he would coming out of out of college.
Don't even talk about Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray should be better than what he is right now.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. He played for the Hialeah Locals that week, bro. He played 2 games, dropped a whooping 9 points. Like, what are you doing, bro?
His minutes have been up and down, and it's rightfully so because he just hasn't been that great. I hope he gets better. I think he's still turning around, but that's where I got the Kings, a B+.
Yeah, I had him at an A. The same thing as you said, bro. Kevin Huerter has evolved into an elite shooter. De'Aaron Fox, he's but he doing his thing. Sabonis,
he has an all-star case.
Yeah, he has an all-star case. Sabonis looks like baby Joker, like always. And Malik Monk is actually taking a really big step. He wasn't even utilized in the roster in the start of the season, and he started getting more involved. Now he's doing his thing. Yeah, man, the Kings are looking good.
I got them at an A. Sabonis has looked like prime Sabonis again, like the month of November.
Yeah, exactly.
Herder between 14 prime Klay Thompson, bro. Like the way he's shooting the 14 ball.
It's crazy, though.
Harrison Barnes, he looks a little like off now. He can't really shoot that much. He had a few games that like he was balling, then
Harrison Barnes just fell off after his MJ goddamn start to the season.
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah,
he didn't have one this year, bro. I was hoping
he's just shaky. The team still plays a lot of pace, so that's going to take him somewhere. Playing a fast pace with a guy like De'Aaron Fox behind you is a great way to start. We can go next to the Suns, give them their flowers. I have them as the 9th seed, so again,
I need you to give them the flowers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had them as a 9th seed. I thought the Ayton stuff would weigh in a little bit heavier than it has. It hasn't. Again, 9th seed with the idea that there won't be that many games between the 9th and the 1st seed. The Suns, I didn't put them to the 1st seed again, but right now, no Chris Paul, no Cam Johnson, no Jay Crowder. And they're still playing really, really well. And even Aiden's missed some time in and out of the lineup. Booker's playing at all NBA level still, top 6 in offense and defense. I still just want some more from DeAndre Ayton. I think he plays again. Like I'll give a shout out to Through the Wire podcast because Pierre mentioned he's kind of like a guy that like does enough work to pass the class, but not to like excel and get an A+.
Yeah.
And I think it's a perfect way to encapsulate what DeAndre Ayton is. He could be better than he is, but he just doesn't. He just doesn't do it. I don't know. 14-6 though. Shout out the Suns. A grade for me.
Yeah, I have him as the same thing, A grade, because of D-Book has been hooping his ass off. And Aiden, how you said, man, he's literally like just there. He's doing his thing, but he's just doing enough to at least help the team win. And Mikal Bridges is having a really good season.
He's having a good season.
And Cameron Payne has stepped it up for the Suns after CP went down. And he had like 27 against, I forgot which team it was. I was watching that, bro. I forgot what team. But he was hooping his ass off.
Yeah, I give him an A as well. Mikal Bridges probably shooting like 44% from 3, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he's having career highs all around the board. And Butcher's having like a almost MVP season, I guess you would want to say.
He's in the conversation, the top 10 at least.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to show me though in the playoffs. I still don't. They gonna have to show me, bro.
They like the Raptors, bro. Honestly.
Like if the Pelicans and the Suns match up again, like I don't know. I'm like I don't know, bro. Might pick the Pels.
Yeah, I picked Pels too. I think the Pels all day.
We'll go to the Clippers. Matt, give me your thoughts on the Clippers. 13-9, 5th in the West. I mean it's been a tough season for them, but what do you think?
I give them a C, bro. I don't know what's going on with Kawhi. Like, he was about to come back, came back for like half a game, hasn't came back since. PG's, he plays like 3 games.
No, he's a walking 60.
Yeah, you trying to trade him to me.
Yeah.
Bro, the only bright spot to me in that Clippers team is Norman Powell. Finally found his rhythm. John Wall, when he plays, he's the one that's pushing the pace, getting shooters open. That's when they look the best. And Zubac's been really huge for that Clippers team.
Massive game by Zubac. 30 points, 29 rebounds.
Yeah.
Ridiculous big game from Zubac.
Yeah, that's something I do like in like Bird Lakes and shit.
Yeah, Mike. What do you got the Clippers
I
at?
got the Clippers at actually a B, just because in the sense that everybody's injured and there's still a 5th team in the West, which is insane. If Kawhi was back and PG was actually his walking 60, the team would actually be amazing. They'd actually be a 1st seed. But right now, 5th seed with all the injuries, they're actually looking like it's actually crazy how they're doing that.
I gave him a C+. 5th seed with all injuries is a thing, but the reason why I can't put him higher was like, why are we again for the 3rd year in a row saying those role players are still doing it for them? You know, like why are we still doing that? I put here the stars are unreliable health wise. I can't trust Kawhi. No one can. No one knows what the fuck's going on. And then PG, he's just missed time. And I want PG to be healthy. And I think if PG was healthy, like, would they be that much better than 13-9? I don't think so. I really think this team is just as good as it is. But when these guys are out, they just play better. They play up to the level. I just don't think this team with Paul George is going to be celebrated by me personally to be like, oh, you guys are still a 6th seed and you guys don't have a Kawhi. I'm done celebrating that. Like, there's nothing to celebrate being not living up to your expectations anymore because your star player's getting injured. And I feel bad because Kawhi, is an all-time great player. He's Anthony Davis gets shit on all the time for missing games.
He's not getting shitted on.
Kawhi doesn't get shit on. And again, I understand he's a 2-time
He's a
NBA
robot. That's
champion.
why.
He's a
Exactly. You can't shit on a robot.
Like, he has a lot more in his resume than these guys, but he's missed a lot of time over his career.
It's a software update, man. You just gotta let the software
update.
update.
I think he's crashing and booting up. It's bad. I gave him a C+. I'm glad they're winning still, and they're keeping the boat afloat, but I'm tired of seeing the boat stay afloat just for no reason, just because they have to.
Yeah, the team's terrible right now.
We'll go to the Warriors. I'll start off. I gave them a D-. 11-11, 10th in the West. The Warriors should not be 10th in the West right now. 11-11 is fucking horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
They're a bottom 10 defense when they were the first last year. Klay Thompson, love Klay Thompson to death. Klay still hasn't found his footing. He's still not in rhythm. And again, I'm still patient with Klay Thompson because he's an all-time great shooter, all-time great player. But it's getting concerning where I'm like, when is it going to click? Is it just going to happen one day he wakes up and he just makes 10 threes a game? In a game, that's it? It's over? I don't think so. And the young guys have been bad. Jordan Poole's been bad.
Jordan Poole's been terrible.
Kuminga has had his moments. Moody's had his moments. Wiseman's in the G League. I don't know. It sounds funny, but that's literally what's happening. And then Stephen Curry is Jesus in a number 30 Warriors jersey.
No, that's crazy.
So I don't know what to think about this team. But I gave him a D- because my expectations for them were a championship favorite coming out of the gate, and now people are questioning what they're doing. And I think if that's in your position, you're the Golden State Warriors, an all-time great franchise. I think that's a D-. That's just what it is.
Nah, I'm at an F as well. They goddamn suck, bro. And I'm just thinking, I'm thinking about Wiseman in the G League, and I'm just like, bro, Beanster drafted him. I'm like, he had him for the roster for like 2 months. It's terrible, bro. But yeah, Wiseman is a shitter, and Curry is MJ, part 2. Carrying the goddamn Warriors. Nobody else can do anything. Jordan Poole, you got the most overpaid fucking contract, and you suck. You put up 9 points yesterday. You are not good. And
oh my God.
Yeah, that's it. You go.
I guess that's enough for them.
Damn, bro, you didn't say that about Hero though.
Yeah, but Hero actually does his thing sometimes, bro. You feel me? He puts up a 20. He does his little reverse layup. Jordan Poole sucks. So yeah.
I give the Warriors a C. Bro, starting 5 A+, bench F.
Wait, starting 5 A+?
Starting 5 A+.
Yeah, they're one of the best in the
Curry,
NBA.
Clay, Andrew Wiggins,
It's one of the best lineups in the NBA, period.
Like, once they're not playing, bro, like, that team's trash.
I feel like it's only Curry and Wiggins doing something, bro.
Clay had like a 40 bombs the other day.
He's still a
threes.
positive player. It's just he hasn't been the Clay that they need him to be to win
It's
championship.
crazy how Wiggs has like evolved. Like I never thought of that about Wiggs.
No, he's been playing really well. He's been the rock for that team, to be honest.
Second best player, honestly.
Yeah, he is. Clay sucks. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't. But
what was your grade for the Warriors?
I gave him a C.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I was a little bit hard. I mean, he was fucking roasting them. We'll go with Lakers next. Matt, give me your thoughts on the Los Angeles Lakers, 7-12, 13th in the West.
I give the Lakers a C. Without LeBron, they were on a winning streak with AD going crazy. Like, you look prime AD. And, bro, honestly, if they don't make a few trades, bro, get some, like, shooters in there, and call maybe Eric Gordon or
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon
Eric Gordon. Okay.
from the Rockets, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Get him coming off
You
the
wouldn't do
bench.
goddamn anything for that team. It's crazy as hell.
They just need, like, bro, they just need something more scoring. If they could get him, or Metro Beasley.
I don't know where the trade happens though, because to get these trades done, you can give those picks.
You have
You're
to.
not giving up that pick for Eric Gordon, bro. You're just not doing it.
But like, what are you gonna do with the pick?
I just don't know if the team says, okay, Russell Westbrook's expiring contract. I gave him a D-. To be fair, AD looks great.
I'm right there with you.
AD looks really good. Braun keeps getting hurt. Where the front office would be, okay, we're 7-12. LeBron stays being hurt. He's not healthy. And AD, as much as we love what he's doing right now, and I love what he's doing, we don't know. He could get hurt again, and we don't know.
Yeah, bro. He went to go pick up LeBron, and he did a split almost terrorist.
Yeah, that was scary. And like they
that's
blow
scary. And he's just picking up a player. It's crazy as hell.
Hey, he's just unlucky. He's just an unlucky guy. I wrote here. They just need more. They just do need more. But like, there's no avenue where you get more and you get because like now I'm like we should kind of keep Russell Westbrook on this team. He's actually pretty good. He's playing pretty well. He did give the lead late. It was a bad game, that last game against the Pacers. One of the most horrifying games I've ever seen be closed out. It was actually terrifying. I just don't know the Lakers should like to put your future picks in that basket for a team that maybe, if with all things go well, if you had a Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, maybe that's crazy. But I just don't know if that team's gonna win a championship, and that's what you trade those picks for.
If I'm the Pacers, bro, I'm not taking that trade.
I would take that trade. Shit on the Clippers, like how they're always a mediocre team. The Lakers goddamn suck. Your stars are always injured. You need something else, man. Go trade LeBron. Try to get something else. I don't know what you need to do, man. Just like get more stars for that team.
I don't think they need stars. They need players that play their role and do their damn thing.
They need players that play because everybody's always injured. It's like the Clippers.
Yeah, D- for me. I just think the Lakers need a lot of help, and I'm scared for the future of that franchise going forward without the trades happening. We'll go to the Southwest Division now, the last division of the NBA grades that we're going to give out. We'll start off with the worst team in the NBA, or close to it. The Houston Rockets, 5-15, 15th in the West. You could argue with the Pistons, the shape they are right now, it might be pretty ugly. I gave them a C, straight down the middle, because I think my expectations for them are not higher than this.
No, yeah,
this is where I had them at. And to be honest, I think they're just a young team that turn over the ball. They just shoot a lot of threes. They don't really have a set game plan when they go into these games. They play with a lot of energy. They had a big win against the Hawks a couple nights ago. Came back from a huge lead. And Jalen Green the last few games has been really, really good. He's turned up his season. He's been more efficient. He's been a better passer. He had a career high assist game. Yeah, he did. 9 assists, mind you, but still, it's a career high. Alperen Sengun's been pretty good. He's shown a lot of flashes. KPJ's been really good. I just think if you're the Rockets, you knew this year was going to be another tanking year. You knew that you weren't going to be that great. But all you hope for is that your guys that you're trying to build a core around show some more flashes. Even Jabari Smith has come around a little bit, and he's turned the corner just a tad bit and a better player. So I can't be hard on them and be like, oh, this is an F team. 5-15 is where you're supposed to be.
No, for sure. You gave a good rating, especially that we expect them to be like that.
Yeah.
But no, you guys are a fucking F. You guys suck. Honestly, like Jalen Green.
But what would you want them to do?
Huh?
Like, what would you want them to do?
Not be a 5-win team. You have Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, KPJ, Jabari Smith. You have all these pieces that can at least get you some more wins, and there's other teams that are better than you.
But why do you want to win? Why would you want to win? If you want to win Banyama, if you want another core piece, why would you want to win? And again, yes, should they have more than 5 wins? Of course. Any team wants more than 5 wins. But we just saw a team like the Dallas Mavericks are 10-10.
No, I'm getting to them. Don't worry about them.
Or, a team like the Warriors are 11-11. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
these are teams
I already
that are
shit on the Warriors enough today.
But I'm saying, like, it's not easy to win in the NBA nowadays. I think an F is way too harsh on them, especially for what their goals
No,
are.
I understand you for sure. That they should. It's an F, but they could go up to a D. But honestly,
They're
bro,
still a bad team. They're still hard to watch. Don't
yeah,
get me wrong.
they're terrible to watch. I actually watch them too much. It's crazy. So every time I tune into an NBA game, it's the Houston Rockets. I don't know why. I have KPJ and Jalen. Yeah, I have KPJ and Jalen Green. They piss me off every time. These guys do nothing good, bro. Like it's crazy.
I'm a fan of what they're building there, to be honest.
No, I like what they're building, but right now you guys suck and it's just hard to watch. I
It's hard to watch.
can't really watch it.
I give him a D. Outside of the trio of KBJ, Jalen Green, and Sengun, everybody's fucking trash.
Yeah, Jabari Smith sucks. Like what
Oh,
do
you
you
don't to Jabari Smith now? Jabari Smith has now looked like the pick that he was.
Easily.
And
I mean, it's early.
I would have picked
Compared to
Mathurin over him.
everybody else?
Mathurin for sure.
Matthew's looked better. Bencho's been better.
Again,
Yeah, but Banchero is
you
first pick.
have to take it. You have to see. You could say that, but to take it with like, if you're an NBA GM, and if you're looking at the scattering report of these guys when they get drafted. Again, I don't want to. I'm not saying this to shit on Mathurin or to
outside of
Jabari. I'm just saying he's 6'10", shoots the ball just as good as Mathurin in college. Was better.
And he
than
could play
Mathurin in
defense.
college.
Yeah.
He plays defense, rebounds the ball, blocks shots.
Yeah, his scouting report was good.
Any GM would be like, that guy. Give me
No,
that guy.
I don't know,
Shit,
but
you know?
after what he did against UM, he got his ass stomped on. So like honestly, like that's the real.
And he's been better.
Jabari.
He's really honestly been better. But I understand he hasn't lived up to the third pick hype. So I understand. I get it. So I mean, whatever. Hopefully, they get a big pick. Because they don't, it's just gonna be another year of like, well, why would we do that?
Well, Wemby in that team would be nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
He'd be the final piece, and I think Jalen Green is the absolute perfect number 2 to a Wembanyama guy. I really do.
Yeah, and KPJ is like the perfect guard for them too. It's crazy.
I think he works well. Jabari Smith there's a recipe there where Sengun would kind of get phased out, but whatever.
Sengun's still
Spurs,
him though. He's doing some crazy shit.
Sengun's been really, really good. I like Sengun.
Was
Spurs 6-15, 14th in the West. I gave him a C again down the middle. I did not expect more from this team, so I'm not going to put an expectation of them being less than or more than what I had. Keldon Johnson's really good. Devin Vassell's been really good. The 2 bright spots. I think Trey Jones been really, really nice at point guard for them. He's had his moments. I was a big fan of Jeremy Sohan coming out of college. He's had his moments as well. Again, young team. I quote here, the tank is going well. It is going well. They're 6-15. They're tanking. Devin Vassell one day is like, I have lower back soreness. Fuck out of here. They don't want to play you, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You don't want to play.
And I just think the Spurs are doing what they have to do. And I can't blame them for that. And I think overall, their young guys are showing some flashes, and they have guys like Podol and Trey Jones who are a little bit more vets, but they play really well.
Yeah, I have them the same thing as well. I have them at a C. Honestly, I did not expect more from them at all. Devin Vassell has actually been surprising to me, and Keldon Johnson was surprising to me. And now, who is it? It's Trey Jones or Tyus Jones?
Trey Jones.
Trey Jones. Yeah, he's actually a really good guard for them. It's crazy, so.
They're a solid guard. That Jones family just breeds assist to turnover ratios, and they're like at 4 or higher. It's just
they're just good ass role players, man. They actually play their role really good.
and again, I
So-
hope a team like this gets Wembanyama because that's the team that kind of needs it, and that would benefit most.
Bro,
from
you
them.
give Popovich,
He might
Bro.
extend his coaching career. To be honest,
bro.
man, ain't that bad over there. Fuck it, I'll stay.
Yeah, bro, I give him a D. I didn't expect nothing much from them. I think I had them like second to last in our seeding. Bro, outside of Keldon Johnson, Vassell, Jones, and the center, Porto. Then there's nothing much outside of that.
Yeah, and that's all you really need. I don't think it needs to be this crazy thing.
Yeah, the tank's going well for them, so that's a good thing that you said.
Yeah. We'll go with Memphis. Matt, give me your thoughts on the Memphis Grizzlies. 12-8, 4th in the West. What do you think?
I give them a B. Just because of the injuries that they've had, they've still been a solid team without Bane and Jaren Jackson missing time. But once those 3 play together, they're probably gonna go up to an A in my standings. But yeah,
Honestly, bro, the Grizzlies, yeah, I'm at a C, but they're IR boys, man. Everybody's in goddamn IR. Desmond Bane's now in IR. Jaren Jackson's back, but he's doing his thing. Jaren Jackson's always been an elite defender and can shoot the 3-ball. John Morant is doing his thing, per usual. I forgot who was it that's balling for them. Man, I forgot. What
They
was
have
it?
pieces like John Contar's been playing well. Asante Aldama.
No, Aldama, that guy. When he started off in the season, he was doing his thing. He was starting power forward, and he was putting up like at least like 15. He was doing his thing.
I gave the Grizzlies a B+. Still 4th in the West. A lot of injuries. I think Desmond Bane, before the injury, looked like he was taking another step. 24 points per game. He up from his last 18 last year. He probably should have been most improved player last year. 24 points per game. It's a big jump. and he's shooting 45% from three before he was injured.
That guy's insane, man. He's actually really good at
He's
basketball.
he's honestly one of those guys that you could put on any team and they would value his. He's like Klay Thompson, like prime Klay Thompson.
He's literally prime Klay. No, not like prime Klay, but
he's that kind of player where you could put him anywhere and he works. And Jaren Jackson Jr. came back. He's averaging 3.2 blocks per game in 5 games, which is pretty unreal. And Zaire Williams is still hurt. That's a rotation guy, that's a starter for them. And there's still there's still guys that need to get back.
Yeah, the IR boys, man.
Dylan Brooks I think is hurt again. And John Morant's an MVP, so I think what this team is dealing with, they can only get better from here. To be honest, B+ I think is a fair grade for them. Lewis, I'll give it to you because one of your guys is on here. Holy shit, it's raining outside. Yeah. If you heard that, that's some
that's
thunder.
Miami for you.
that's some thunder. No, OKC. Pelicans, what do you think?
Pelicans, I got them at an A, man. They've really been really good. Everybody, same thing. IR boys. CJ's not on the IR. Yeah, you're in shambles. Whenever Zion comes back, he has like one bad game, and then like his second game back, he just becomes a goddamn beast. It's ridiculous. Trey Murphy, JV, all these players, all doing the roles. That team could surprisingly, how you said, make the finals. They actually have a case for that.
Yeah, I think that's the upside. To be honest, I think it's like if things go well for them, I think they have the upside. Yeah, if it's not CJ, it's Brandon. If it's not Brandon, it's Zion. If it's not Zion, it's CJ again. It's like there's injuries everywhere for this team, and they're still 13-8, third in the West. When Zion does play, he looks really really good. Doesn't look like he still he looks really good, but he still isn't the Zion that we saw in the bubble year, I guess.
Yeah, 27 and 7.
Yeah, and I think it might be due to the talent around him is a lot better, so it's a lot harder to get his numbers, but he's still a superstar. I think he's still growing into an MVP candidate at some point. And I think it's just about getting the stars back together, making sure that everyone's healthy and they're playing. Larry Nance has shown really good flashes. Jose Alvarado's been really good, and those young wings, Herbert Jones, Trey Murphy III, been absolutely stellar. When one guy goes down, the Pelicans don't even sweat because they have Trey Murphy still. He's been playing so well when these guys are out, 20 points per game,
Trey
3.
Murphy's him.
I'm just such a fan of Trey Murphy's game. I wish some other teams took him in the draft where he's taken number 10th. I remember
talking to you about him, like, I think last year, and I was like, I want to invest into his cards, but, like, he's a role player, so he's not.
He is a role player, but he's the role player you want on your team. He's one of those guys that become a fan favorite. A- for me. Again, they're in the West with all those injuries. What's what I'm looking for? It's encouraging to see that they're in the West with all those injuries, and I think they can only get higher from here.
I give them an A. Just because with all the injuries, they're still like a top 3 team in field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, pretty much everything in an offense. They're a top 3 team, and they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. I'm honestly, I'm impressed with Willie Green and the job he's done for this team. Last team that we have, Dallas Mavericks, 10-10, 9th in the West. Lewis, I'll give you the reins because I guess you have something to say about this team. I don't know.
Yeah, this team fucking sucks. Yeah.
Everyone just fucking sucks.
They're a D because, honestly, if there was no Luka in that team, that would probably be the worst team I've ever seen play basketball. I'm sorry to say it. Worst team ever. They have nobody aside from goddamn Luka. Spencer Dinwiddie's the most inconsistent. You said Karis LeVert? No, it's Spencer goddamn Dinwiddie. He is the most inconsistent player I've ever seen play basketball. And you know who else is next to him? Tim Hardaway Jr., another goddamn inconsistent player. So that team, there's nothing fluctuating for that team. Christian Wood is probably the only bright spot, and he's inconsistent as well. Mavericks, you guys are in shambles. Your future, I don't know what's in hold for y'all. You better hope Luka puts up 60 points a goddamn game with 20 rebounds and 10 assists. That's all I gotta say.
It's about all only chance they have to win a playoff series, I guess. Matt, what do you think about the Mavericks?
I give the Mavs a B. Pretty much
B.
Oh, B?
A B.
Wait, hold on. I just noticed that.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your reasoning.
Bro, Luka's doing Houston Rockets, James Harden numbers. Bro, he's literally like prime. He's the white prime MJ.
Flirting versus harassment is Luka versus James Harden. That's literally what it is. Luka does it. Oh my god, he's God.
Yeah.
James Harden does it. Oh my god, this guy fucking sucks. He's a ball hog. All this shit. It's gotta be. But again, continue.
The Mavs, they're missing Brunson badly, bro. Like with Dinwiddie's, they thought he was the replacement. No, he's not, bro.
No, man.
Christian Wood, bro, you can't even play him starting minutes because he's a defensive liability.
Yeah, exactly. And he's another IR boy too.
Hey, bro. Trade Jimmy to the Mavs. Get Luka to Miami, though.
That'd be nice. That's nice duo with him, with Jimmy. I think Siakam's probably the best guy.
No, he said to trade Jimmy for Luka.
For Luka? Oh, fuck out of here.
The Mavs will decline that trade.
Bro, imagine Luka and Bam together, though.
That's
That'd be
some
hard.
Beanster trade, bro.
Bro, Bam would get more love if he had Luka or something, dog.
Yeah. I mean, he or just.
I think a lot of players will get a lot more love if they had Luka next to them.
I give Dallas a C plus. Here's why. I think the Luka or die offense isn't going to work long term. I think in the
Hell no.
playoffs, it's not going to be sustainable. You might win 2 series. You might go to the conference finals, but I don't think you're winning a championship with this kind of stuff where you rely on these shooters. Who I'll give you percentages right now, and I want you guys to it's a warning not to throw up at these percentages. They're relying on these shooters to hit shots, and they can hit shots. There's times like in the Sun series where Max Kleber couldn't miss and Reggie Bullock couldn't miss, and he was like pointing at Chris Paul
had
saying,
like 10
"Fuck you."
3-pointers in a goddamn fucking game.
And like those are moments like that could happen, but to rely on it as a formula to win basketball games in late April, early May, and hopefully into June, I don't think you have that kind of juice behind you. Here's some numbers. I think the shooters have been inconsistent. Reggie Bullock, these are all from 3-point range. Reggie Bullock 27%, Max Kleber 30%, Dorian Finney-Smith 33%, and Tim Hardaway Jr. 30%. Dinwiddie has been shooting 40% from 3, but he isn't Jalen Brunson, as Matt mentioned. Jalen Brunson just did a lot for this team, and I think they're missing a lot of that. And I actually want to ask you guys a question. Actually, before I mention that, Christian Wood, you mentioned. I don't know what there's beef between him and Jason Kidd. He doesn't get consistent minutes, and when he does get minutes, it's like he'll get 17, then 29, then 32, then 24. Like it's like weird minute distribution. They just don't trust Christian Wood, and they gave up nothing for him, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But it's just like the team was in mind. I was like, okay, Christian Wood's going to get to this team. He's going to add a new layer to that team with lob threat, shoot it straight, like a spacing stretch 4. But here's the thing: there's a viral tweet that came around where Jalen Brunson's stats were showed. Kristaps Porzingis' stats were showed. 2 former Dallas Mavericks. Are we getting into the territory where like, people are like, oh, Luka needs something else, but like he kind of had those guys on his team, and they're playing very well on other different teams. Is there something to be said about that? Is it nothing? Is it something? What do you guys think?
I don't think those are like true like second options on a championship team. Like I think that's like your third option on a championship team.
For sure, easily.
Like Lillard, Brunson, and Porzingis now they're middle of the pack second option teams.
On the second options, yeah, but like if Luka Doncic had those guys, you know what I'm saying? Like if your second in the pecking order wasn't Spencer Dinwiddie and it was Kristaps Porzingis, this Kristaps Porzingis we have now, or Jalen Brunson, like are they a better? I mean, do you think?
I mean, their team would be better for sure.
I'm saying Luka has no help. That's the thing. That's the people.
Luka legit has no help.
That's the thing though. That's what people say. But he had a Kristaps Porzingis and he had Jalen Brunson, and they go to the other places where they're allowed to play more freely, I guess, outside of the Luka ball, and they play better.
So what you're trying to say, like,
is it something that
like
should
a
be
Harden type shit?
Maybe not Harden, but like we look at like LeBron, right? A lot of times everyone that leaves LeBron just plays better, right? Outside of Kyrie Irving or some shit. It's like, is there merit to that? Are we going to the territory where like we don't know who to put with Luka because Luka plays so isolation heavy basketball on the ball? Is there something there where like, is that gonna stop him from being this guy who's gonna have? Because like, unless you put a Kevin Durant with Luka Doncic, he's not gonna have a teammate that's gonna take him
for sure
to the next level. If you play him as a spot up shooter, like you play Kevin Love or some shit with LeBron, you know what I'm saying? So is it something? Is it nothing? Is it going to be looked into? Like, oh, maybe this could be an issue that comes up. What do you think?
I don't know. I just think that like it's not his fault, to be honest, man. He has nobody around him. Like you put KD next to Spencer Dinwiddie, and motherfucker's gonna be like, yo, feel me? Like that motherfucker sucks. Like it doesn't matter who you pair. You have to pair someone good with Luka, and honestly, like PG, top 20 player would be good, man.
How do you get him there though?
What do you mean?
How do you get that top 20 player there? You give him a lot.
You gotta sign him, man.
They can't. They don't have no pieces to trade. You don't have to go to free agency.
And again, if you look at Luka play, which I love watching Luka play, he's an electrifying player.
He's a really
but it's the same
dominant.
shit.
Yeah.
Every single time, high pick and roll. We're looking for the switch. If you double me, I'm hitting the corner. I'm hitting the shooter.
For sure.
And if you don't double me, I'm taking you to the post because you're smaller than me. That's all. That's literally. That's it. That's the offense. You have to guard it. It's hard to guard. It's easier said than done. But still, it's like, I don't know. I think I'm worried long term for Luka's success, unless they get a player like that, like a Paul George or.
I just feel like Luka's having a LeBron career in the start. Like it's literally replicating.
I disagree, and I disagree vehemently because LeBron, like Luka, has gotten from his front office a lot better moves than LeBron did in his early years.
Like how? In what sense?
Like they've bought into LeBron, to Luka, like to help Luka more. Like
Yeah,
they traded for Kristaps the first thing they could.
pre Miami LeBron. They didn't have nothing.
They got like a wash Shaq. Like what is it? Mo Williams was his guy. Like bro, Jalen Brunson's better than Mo Williams. Like in terms of like scaling, your team as you can have next year. And again, the team around him is built to help Luka do what he wants to do. He has a stretch five in Maxi Kleber, whose teams would be fucking wanting so bad to have Maxi Kleber on their team. Like Darian Finney-Smith, these are all 3-and-D guys who you brought to the team to play your style of basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're like, oh, we're just throwing anything out there. Not
I just don't feel like these guys are that crazy. Like you put them in other teams, are they really gonna be crazy as role players though?
Well, that's okay.
Imagine Mikal Bridges in the goddamn.
See, but you're asking them to get Mikal Bridges. They can't. Here's the thing. Here's the curse and the the gratefulness you have with Luka. And again, shout out through the wire because they mentioned this. He's too good to tank with. He makes you too good at basketball. You're too good of a basketball team to have Luka on your team and tank. Same with LeBron. If you had LeBron on your team, you're not going to tank. You're going to the playoffs. You're trying to get to the playoffs with LeBron. So you can't tank for a low pick with Luka, and then you have to win faster because he's on a rookie contract. Now he's not. He's going to get his full extension. They traded for Porzingis, who, when that happened, they traded him for nothing. DeAndre Jordan, Dennis Smith Jr., they're like, okay, this is the guy. And on paper, everyone saw like, okay, that's a good-ass pairing for Kristaps and Luka. He's a stretch five. He could do everything. It's just like, where do you get your assets from? It's just crap room. And, again, if you look at how Luka plays, is it going to be the same thing like, okay, I'm going to be turned to a spot-up shooter even though I'm an all-star caliber player? Like, again, and if it...
You got to sign someone, man. And
but who realistically are you going to bring to that team? That's going to be like, okay, now we have it.
Depends who's a free agent, though.
Just think about that. Think about who would win a championship with Luka. Like, is Jaylen Brown good enough to win a championship with Luka? If it's Jaylen Brown and Luka.
Jaylen Brown.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty tough.
Right? It's tough, right? How the fuck do you get Jaylen Brown on that team?
You got to sign him.
Yeah.
You think he's just going to leave? He's going to leave Boston? Say, fuck it. Tatum?
No, but
fuck
like,
that guy.
Nah.
No, but like that's why. You got to really find someone who, I don't know. You got to find a crappy team.
I'm asking you.
Like
you're
asking
who
me.
Is
like,
who is the guy?
Let me think of a player, honestly.
Is Bradley Beal and Luka good enough to win a championship?
I think so.
And think about it, you have to give up a lot of stuff. You're not going to have Bradley Beal with Dorian Finney-Smith and Reggie Bullock and all these guys.
DeRozan, man.
You think DeMar DeRozan is good enough to win Luka? Like, genuinely think he's good enough to win Luka?
I feel like him and Luka could do something. Honestly.
I disagree.
I think DeMar DeRozan is a really consistent player. But not like a stretch. He needs someone to stretch out the floor, but like he gives it out to DeRozan. DeRozan going to cook isolation.
Okay, but now you're just getting into another isolation basketball with DeMar DeRozan.
Vucevic would be really good for him.
This is insane. Vucevic?
Yeah.
You think Vucevic and Luka would win a championship?
Oh, you asking for a championship? Okay,
of course.
Okay, no, I thought you meant like win. Like
no, Luka's gonna win with this team. Luka won with Jalen Brunson. He's gonna win with these teams. He's gonna win games. The goal is not to win games with Luka Doncic. The goal is to win a championship with Luka Doncic. So I'm saying, realistically, what guy is out there? You're like, okay, he's gonna be obtainable, whether it's through free agency, even through free agency. How they're gonna? I mean, they have money tied to different shooters, different times, there's different timelines with Hardaway Jr. and Bertans. I think it's a genuine question to say who the fuck's gonna come to this team and save Luka from just being a fucking
unless Luka leaves.
6 seed. He could leave. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's 5 years from now. He could leave, but again, we gotta think in the short term what Dallas is gonna do, because then everyone's gonna be, Luka needs help. But in reality, we gave him Porzingis. Is it the greatest player ever? No, but we could have had Jalen Brunson on a cheaper deal than these other point guards that are out there. Jalen Brunson's a great player, so it's like. Who is that guy? Like, are you gonna get Donovan Mitchell on that team anytime soon? No, you're not.
Exactly.
You're not getting Jaylen Brown. You're not gonna get Bam Adebayo. You're not gonna get Trae Young, who you don't want next time anyways. I'm saying, like, look at all these top guys. Devin Booker, he's not coming there. It's just not happening. So, as a guy with Luka, how do you fix this team?
I don't even know. Let me look at a team. I'm gonna tell you right now a team that can
just think about these top guys right now, because you can't get them in the draft because you're not gonna have a high enough draft pick unless you just fucking sink a pick 20. You know what I'm saying? You get a guy like a Desmond Bain or something like that. But again, that doesn't happen for every franchise. I mean, again,
it's
Shea
just so similar to like play styles.
It's not similar to play styles. Shea's great. You could probably get a good compliment. But again, how do you get Shea on that team? You don't have picks like that.
And he's not
your young assets aren't there.
He's not a free agent anytime soon either, right?
No.
That team is really fucked.
That's why I'm saying, like, they want to
OG Anunoby, baby. What's up, bro?
Again,
I thought about that. Like,
OG's not winning you a championship.
On the Lawrence here,
I think OG is a way better like piece than Jalen Brunson, in the sense that like he could shoot the 3-ball. He could play way better defense.
He can't be, but like the thing is, we need someone that can dribble the ball and like pass it to people outside of Luka. And again, if you get OG, you're not just getting him. You're not just getting OG. I'm just like, you have to give him something else. See what I'm saying? So
Tim Hardaway and Dorian Finney-Smith, take them both.
We won't stay on this topic too long. I think it's a real question about where
who
Luka
could
goes.
really pair with him that could actually just become a free agent.
Where Luka goes and where
Bro, just bring KD, dog. Just bring KD.
Just bring KD. All right, to wrap up the podcast, we'll do a parlay and we'll do a parlay player of the week. Parlay player of the week first. I'll give mine real quick. Just a shout out to Halliburton again. That stat, 40 assists, 0 turnovers in the last 3 games. It's some killer shit. He's a superstar in the league, man. And I think the Pacers have a real building block there with Halliburton, even with Mathurin as that backcourt. Miles Turner, if they start to keep him. I think this is a great team. Halliburton's the guy on that roster. So that's my spotlight player of the week, Matt. Who you got?
I have to finally say this, dog.
Okay, here we go.
Bam Adebayo, dog.
That's crazy.
It's fucking gold, dog. Yeah, bro, last 6 games, he's been putting up 26 and 10 with like almost 3 assists. And, bro, they're here on 3-game win streak, bro. That's fucking gold. Dog.
Shout out Bam, man. I would usually say this is hometown bias, but he deserves it. He's been playing well. Lewis,
I'm gonna give an under the radar player because you guys gave your superstars. I'm gonna shout out Shake Milton. 24, 6 and 8 for the 76.
I swear on my life, I was in my room thinking, who am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick Shake Milton. I'm like, Lewis is gonna pick Shake Milton. I'm just gonna pick somebody else.
That's crazy. That is crazy. It's because I'm in fantasy.
Yeah.
So honestly, man, he's doing really good for the Sixers. He's helping them win games. 24, 6 and 8. That is insane in the last 7 days. Also, I want to shout out Jeremy Grant. He's at 31.5 points per game after Dame went down, and he's doing his thing, bro. Honestly.
Those are great picks. I like them. This week for the parlay, we finally moved off of my booking. We're on Prize Picks now. We have a nice route to make some money. Hopefully, I think what we should do is.
So we're in Prize Picks now.
We're on Prize Picks.
We got a little upgrade.
We upgraded. We're upgraded. We're moving on up. I think each of us. Yes, please. I think each of us should pick at least one line. I know you don't have Prize Picks on your phone.
Should we do 2?
Or I want to do a 3-pick.
Like we all get one.
We all get one line. You know
I want Tyrese. Whatever Tyrese has.
I was going to pick Tyrese. Here's a line that I like. Maybe you guys like it. 31.5 points plus assist against the Sacramento Kings. I think it's a fucking lock.
Yeah.
He's playing his old team.
Yeah.
He's hitting this all day.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start off. Hopefully the line hasn't moved because I put that line in for my own parlay earlier. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I did the same.
I wish I could use Prize Picks, man. I'd be making so much money off
I
of
did that for MDP.
I wish I could use Prize Picks. I'm banned on
yeah,
all
the lines. Why are you banned on okay, that's actually terrifying.
I don't want to say what I did.
I don't want to
for
say
little reasons.
Yeah, have a little reasons.
Allegedly.
Prize Picks, please upgrade your security, Lord.
Okay, so we'll go with Tyrese Halliburton points plus assist, 31.5 over against the Sacramento Kings tonight.
Yeah, it's a lock for sure.
I don't know if you have your phone on you. Oh no, it's okay. My bad. His phone's recording the podcast. I'm a dumbass. I'm trying to figure out what else we could bet on because I don't want to just toss around the phone. You have it on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can show it to him.
Yeah, you just can't bet.
All right, you just can't bet. Well, your line's maybe let's call your line Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, give me the Tyrese.
All right, okay. I'm gonna look for a different line. It's gonna be bad podcasting for a little bit, to be honest. I want to make sure I find out. Okay, the Heat play the Celtics tonight. Jayson Tatum's line's at 28.5. Is he scoring 30 on your heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that? I honestly like betting on Jaylen Brown more than Tatum, but
I wouldn't bet on Jayson Tatum. Honestly, I'm gonna get mine. It's gonna be Donovan Mitchell at 25.5
points.
over because he's facing Philly and he had 9 points last game.
I like it honestly.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't hit this for my fantasy sake, but still, I like it.
Is Jimmy confirmed to play today?
No, he's not. He's not playing.
Oh, he's not playing.
No, he's not playing.
See that Tatum shit.
You sure though? Because they could easily blow out the Heat and then he won't have 30.5.
You think it's gonna be a blowout?
If they blow out the Heat, he has 30.
I don't know, man.
It's
your pick, so.
Well, it's my pick now.
Like, there's so many other players that you could pick, and you could pick other lines too. So like, just like.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find a good one. I bet earlier I put Kyrie over 23.5. Like literally, my bet for today is the Halliburton line that we just picked and the Mitchell line I just picked plus Kyrie. But I want to pick something different. Let me see. Let me think. I'm trying to. Banchero, 2.5 assists.
Bro,
Is the
honestly, Shake Milton assist. He's hit it every single time. Over.
But like I'm scared because now Embiid's back for the second game. And Milton had a great game last game, and they played the.
Milton played with Embiid last game.
No, I know, but like did we already waste the good Milton game with Embiid? You know what I mean? Against Cleveland, I don't know. Okay, Bam over 3 assists. Is that a lock?
Has he hit?
What's his recent?
He's pushed twice and he hit it once. And he didn't hit it twice.
Okay, no.
But against Boston though, he might have to pass because they're gonna try to guard him.
Might double. Lowry over 6.5 assists. He's hit it 3 out of the last 5 games. You're the Heat guy. These are locks apparently. I don't know. 3-pointers made. Is Max Strus getting loose?
Is Max Strus getting loose?
Is Strusy getting loosey for his poo?
Hey
yo. Trey Murphy is 3 threes. I think Trey Murphy 3 threes is low-key a lock.
If you believe it, go for it.
Like against Toronto, they're gonna double Zion, make him kick out. Trey Murphy cash.
I don't know. I wouldn't do those. Honestly, Jalen Green, 21.5.
Who they play?
Denver.
Yeah, nah. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think. Nurkic has a line for a 3-pointer.
You know he played on last game.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
He did not play well. He played pretty okay. Just all right.
What's Brunson's points and assists?
It's a good shot. That's a good line. It's been a good line all year.
Oh, Simons, 25.5 against the Lakers.
Yeah, we good. I might take AD honestly. Brunson's points and assists is 26.5.
20
against Milwaukee.
What's his points?
Against Milwaukee. No thanks. I might steer clear from that game. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna go with my fucking hometown guy. What's Patrick Williams at?
Wait, so what did Matt get? Matt has a Tatum.
Tyrese.
We have Tyrese and you have Mitchell. So I'm picking my last line.
All right, bet. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna go
Patrick Williams. Bro, picking like the role players, bro.
Patrick Williams fantasy score. Trust me. Against Phoenix, he's a blocker. He's a stealer. He's gonna get rebounds. He's gonna get points.
Is that really where you want to go?
Yeah. Look at it.
What's his fantasy?
His fantasy points is at 19.5. And he's hit it 4 of the last 5 games.
Okay.
Hey, listen.
Listen, I'm trusting you, bro.
Don't trust me. But like,
okay, then don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, look. Patrick Williams, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton points and assists, 31.5. Donovan Mitchell points, 25.5. Patrick Williams, 19.5. Fantasy score over. This is a bad idea. But I love it. How much do you want to put on it? 5? Slow grind. That's slow grind.
Slow grind?
Slow grind.
Yo, Brunson has hit it every time.
He's playing 22? Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he might have to step it up against Milwaukee.
He's playing Milwaukee.
Nah, he has Drew Holiday on him.
He's 6 foot with Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez on the fucking court. Are you kidding me? No chance.
Take his turnovers.
KD, 42.5.
What's DeRozan's points?
That's what I'm trying to look for.
Just go, search them more. Search them more in the search bar. Don't scroll.
I'm already here.
We're wasting time on the podcast.
Hold on, I'm already here. DeMar 26.5.
What do you have last game?
26.
Against Phoenix? That's a good defense.
Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, we had 36 against Milwaukee.
Yeah, they play on one-on-one. They don't let anyone. He was making some ridiculous shit. What's Kobe White at? Is Kobe White on the line?
We are not doing Kobe White.
What the fuck is this? I can't bet Kobe White. No, he's not even on the line. What's Zach at? Zach's points is at 21.
Jamal Murray, 19.5 points against Houston.
They're going to blow out Houston. You're destroying Houston.
He had 27 last game against Houston.
Yeah, in 25 minutes. That's just not happening again.
He had 21 the game before.
They're going to blow. Okay, you know what? Zach LaVine points. We're going over.
Sure?
That's it. Yeah, I trust in Zachy Poo. That's my boy.
What is it at?
21. He has to hit 22.
21.
And you dudes on the All right. We placed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. On that podcast, we're so thankful for everyone showing love. Again, we're almost at 100 followers on IG, so follow us on there. Hope you enjoyed. Hope we didn't shit on your team too hard unless your team was graded by Lewis. Yeah. It probably was shit on too hard.
Yeah, I did shit on your team.
Again, like, comment, subscribe, do the damn thing. We're gonna be posting more TikToks, more Reels, more YouTube Shorts. Show some love, and we'll see you later. And Matt, do you know what that is?
It's all net.